Internet. Welcome to the Play Some Video Games podcast. I am one of your hosts, Delvin Cox, and with me on the podcast right now is two of my homies. We got JV the Monster, and we got Terrell 713 on the show right now with me. They'll ever be here soon, but we still rocking and rolling, baby. So how you brothers doing?
We get by. You hear me okay?
Yeah.
Hey, guys?
Doing good, man. Can't complain.
Yeah, you in South Beach.
I was like, I messed with the background. I was like, I'm gonna go with that one.
I like it.
It's funny, like so like the background in what is Talk Studio, which is a part of Streamlabs. That background's so much cleaner than the one in Zoom, but the one in Zoom is video. It moves.
Yes.
I don't know, man. It's like the vibe.
Got the real sensation to it.
Yeah. This one is it's a clean image, but we ain't really no motion. No, literally no motion in the ocean. Sad.
We ain't gotta be clean. Gotta be a little nasty. You know how it goes. Be a little nasty with it. It's all good. So I guess let's start with you, T. How's your week been so far?
Solid, man. Just like I said, I was telling y'all beforehand, I had my first in-person work event since COVID, which was wild.
That is kind of crazy. That is like
it really
years.
was.
COVID
years.
COVID was like years ago, but it's
and so seeing people in person and hugging people, and people were like, "Oh my God, T," and I'm like, that felt good. It really did.
They didn't look at you and say, "Oh my God, you're black."
No, because remember, we once upon a time we did work in an office. It just years later we don't. So yeah, it's just what it is now.
Yeah.
They shut my office down. They was like, you know what? We ain't never coming back.
I imagine they save a lot of money on that too.
Oh, for sure. Because we were definitely like leasing the building we were in. So you know what I'm saying?
Save a boatload of money. Ain't gotta pay lights, ain't gotta pay a whole bunch of resources, ain't gotta shit.
Just insurance on taking care of the people in a building that's not yours. All that. Yeah. So
everybody should work from home. Police should work from home.
Definitely. Yes, sir.
Be in the crib just watching the camera. I'll give him a ticket later.
But beyond that, all is well, man. I got my shipped email for Zelda already, so hopefully that will arrive tomorrow, and we'll have a new game to mess around with beginning then. So I'm
getting
excited
some
about
echoes
that.
of that wisdom. I like it.
Yes, sir.
You play anything?
Oh, it's Astro, and it will remain Astro until I can get past this. I am two trophies away from platinuming Astro, and that last level is just kicking my teeth in. And I know I'll get it because, like I said, I got through that lava level, which was the one that the internet talks about on Astro, and I got through that after about, I'm not gonna lie to you, about a day. So it did take some time for me to get it. So this last level is supposedly not as hard, but I'm like, y'all is wild because it's pretty hard, and it's like the third PlayStation game where I'm like, I'm almost at a platinum, but I get to a point where I'm just like, I have not platinum 2018 God of War because I cannot beat the Valkyrie.
Okay.
Have not platinum God of War Ragnarok because I cannot beat. It's not the Valkyrie. It's whatever. It's the version of the Valkyrie that exists in that game.
Yeah.
It's somebody else. It's like a big boss, and I cannot get past that one. And it's like they're like, put it on easy. I'm like, it is. I got this shit on story mode. Guess what? It's still, they made those particular fights hard. And Astro the same way. I get to a point where I'm just like, come on, PlayStation, y'all gotta stop. Just let me get this platinum.
Man, they out here trying to challenge you, bro.
That's not what I come here for. I come to enjoy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I say the same thing.
I feel you.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Not a long time, baby.
Yeah, for sure. And like, so if I don't know, I'm probably going. I have to do it, man. I'm so close. And it is really one of those situations where it's like, get good. And I hate that that's what it is, but that's really what it is. And so I'm just going to get good. I'm pretty good. I pretty much got the first part of the level down, right? And then I just got to figure out that second part and get that repetition going. And then I'll get to the last part of the level and I'll be fine. But it's going to take me, I know it's going to take me a stretch to get through it. And then when I do that, I pop that trophy and then it's the platinum and we gravy.
Then you're good.
I can, and what's called, they got DLC coming later in the year. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, at some point.
Nah.
And I'm excited about that too. Astro is currently my game of the year.
That's great. That's fantastic. What about you, JV? You been playing any games?
Yeah, man. I'm still stuck on college football 25 because
Okay,
I'm really waiting till Veilguard. That's my next like big game
looking
uh
good.
that I've
Looking
been
very
waiting
good.
for. It does. It does. I saw the I know they had some stuff at State of Play yesterday, but the developers I think released a video either earlier this week or late last week
Yeah.
that had some more detailed gameplay and looks good, man. Looks good.
Yeah,
So
man.
I'm ready for it.
I'm very excited for it, man. I'm hoping it's the Bioware of old. You know that
Yeah.
Mass Effect era, that Dragon Age Inquisition era, man, of Bioware, man. I'm super excited to
I
try it
think
out, man. I've been waiting for this for a minute.
they've taken their time on
Yeah.
this one in a way that reminds me of BioWare of old. It's like it's not one they have rushed out the door. So I'm hopeful that
Right.
means something. Yeah.
And then
so.
they, if I remember correctly, they changed the name on this like a couple times. Wasn't this called at one point Dreadwolf?
Yeah. It was called Dreadwolf when it was first announced.
Yes.
And I think the combat was going to be more similar to 2018 God of War is
Okay.
what I read. So
Okay.
they definitely changed it a lot since announcing that. So I don't know, man. It feels like BioShock. The character creator looks like sick. So I'm ready for it, man. That's really what I'm waiting for.
I really am too, honestly speaking. 'Cause like I said, it's been a while, and I remember those those E3s of them coming out and just showing us steals of this game. Like when EA would come out and be like,
Yeah.
"We don't have any games to show y'all, but we got these pictures and these steals." I'm like, "Oh my god, please, what's going on over here?"
Right.
Y'all, we
Yeah.
got Madden coming out. Y'all can be excited for that. And we got whatever this game is, some pictures of it, some art
Right.
that
I
our
mean, who
kids made.
knows? Hey, who knows this year? I mean, EA, but between college football and Veilguard, they could be having a pretty good year for EA.
I hope they get back to that the form they used to be, where because EA used to be my joint, man. EA used to have like the football, the sports games, which people loved and stuff like that, whether it was live or Madden and whatnot. And then you had these other games like a Mirror's Edge, like the BioWare
Yeah.
game that used to come out on the side of it. Like, okay, this is what I'm digging now. That kind of I feel like that kind of went away.
Yeah, man. I mean, they got rid of the they got rid of the big imprint. Remember NFL Street and NBA
Yeah.
Street and SSX, and you had like so many different aspects. The Def Jam games, along with the sports games, along with everything else. So it's we've been waiting for EA to like
For a minute.
actually be EA for a hot minute because it's been a mess. Like quite frankly, the last 5 or 6 years really
Kinda, yeah.
has not been kind to EA or us as game fans. So
We have a concept of a game.
Yeah. And Snurt said it the best. EA was like, we have a concept of a game.
we have a concept of a game.
Oh,
not-
my God.
We don't know what kind of game it is, but we
It's a good
certainly have
game.
a concept.
Gonna be one of the best
And
games
we're going
of
to
all
get
time.
back to you. We're going to get back to you
I
as
got
soon
my
as we
people
know
on the
what the
game.
game is. It's a great concept, though. Let me tell you, you're going to press X a lot.
Good people on the game.
You know?
But yeah, man. Anything else going on with your week, JV?
Man, this week, just been chilling, man. I got laid off, so
Well, that's not
that
good.
sucked. But I've been taking it as a moment to kind of recharge and enjoy myself. So
New
went and
beginnings.
saw. Yeah, you have to. I mean, you take the good with the bad. I did see a movie today with
Okay.
my wife Lisa, The Substance
I don't know what that
with
is.
Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley.
They're talking about Demi winning possibly getting nominated for an Oscar for that movie, so it must be doing something great.
She is incredible in it. I still don't know how I feel about the movie, and I kind of hesitate to really say anything about it. Only because it's like I don't want to give anything away. I think it's in wide release Friday. It's a body horror movie. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, okay.
And the decision not to eat beforehand was the right decision.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it like
it was
on the human centipede level where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to watch this garbage.
I wouldn't say
Human Centipede.
I wouldn't say human centipede level. I would think like more along the lines of more along the lines of The Thing, probably.
Okay, I like the thing.
But it was just super dope. Like like her performance. You're like, damn, this is Demi Moore.
Okay.
Who I think is always fun, but like she was really, really good in that. And then we watched another movie that you can catch on Shudder called In a Violent Nature, which is
Oh, I love that movie.
yeah, I thought that was great. That was great.
Really
It's basically if you guys haven't seen it, it's essentially you're seeing it from the slasher's point of view.
Correct.
And it's super like the kills are insane. Yeah, different, man. Just very, very different. Like a very thoughtful kind of like horror movie that you just wouldn't expect. So that's what I've been doing, man. Just catching up on movies, catching up on TV, and just enjoying myself, man.
I gotta ask you a question since you're watching the horror movies.
Yeah.
Did you watch the new Brandy horror movie that they keep showing on Twitter every 5 goddamn minutes? The trailer for
The Front Room. The Front Room.
yes.
I haven't seen it yet. Probably sometime next week is going to be my guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
But yeah,
I think Twitter finally worked on me. Like, we can watch this movie. I'm tired of seeing these damn clips of people talking about this movie. You know they have like the targeted ads and like
yeah.
every tweet. You done fucked up Twitter. Completely messed up. It's jacked up.
Oh,
Every other
trash.
tweet is just this movie for like a month. Have you heard that Brady's in a new movie? Like, yes, you just told me that shit. Like, stop showing
Brady's
me
in an
this.
A24 movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But probably sometime next week, man. I'm sure I'm gonna check it out. It looks okay. And then Halle Berry's in a new one as well.
Yeah.
Terrifier 3 is coming out in a couple of weeks, so it's like
Did you see the
horror
Terrifying
movie.
3's popcorn bucket?
No.
That shit looks horrible.
Let me look this up.
Yo,
Let me look this up while we find out what's been going on with you, man.
I was at the movies this past week because my girl wanted to see Beetlejuice because she hadn't seen it. I took my kids and that popcorn bucket was there. And I asked them because there was another. I know what I asked them. I asked them, did they have the Transformers popcorn buckets? Because I went to see Transformers 1. The movie wasn't officially out yet, so they didn't have the buckets. So when I went to the movie to go get the bucket, they were like, we're all out of them. But we got the Terrifier 3 bucket. I'm like, you get that bullshit out of my face.
They going crazy with these buckets, man.
Yo.
I see it now.
Yeah. Like, bro, I say I want Transformers 1. Don't offer me no Terrifier 3, bro. I don't want that garbage
What do the
bucket.
Transformers look like?
It's the head of either Orion Pax, which is Optimus Prime,
Yeah.
Bumblebee, or Megatron. It looks really dope. None of these popcorn buckets are actually good popcorn buckets. They're just like the other Transformers one I got. What movie that was for? I don't even know what movie that was for now. Know what? I think it was for the last Transformers movie that came out, the live action one.
Yeah.
It's just the Optimus Prime truck. That's just literally just the truck.
I got the Batman Bat Signal one.
Okay. That's cool.
And it's just basically a cylinder. So I mean, it's a popcorn. I mean, it would work fine for popcorn. I did not put the popcorn in it, but I was glad they was like, "Do you want the popcorn?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that popcorn. Yeah, he's gonna give me this bucket." My God.
I always tell them, give me the new bucket just in a bag, and you can give me the popcorn separate. Don't fuck up my bucket with your nasty ass popcorn.
I think that's what they do anyway. I ain't never seen them try to hand me off to put the popcorn in it because they know they ain't trying to balance the popcorn and
Yeah.
make it
because it don't fit right. Most of the buckets don't fit right. They're like all
Yeah.
lopsided.
They're just there to
shaped.
be seen.
Yeah, like,
They're not there to
what
be
is this?
eaten out of.
Also, I
Yeah,
was
they're
never
really not.
that dude when I wasn't gonna be trying to put my hand in the fleshlight to try to get me popcorn.
Exactly. My
The
son made me
hand
buy
and
it.
the fleshlight.
My son made
Hey,
me buy that
yo.
shit. I was like, yo, what are you finna be doing with this bucket, boy?
Nothing. That look. I mean, look. Hey, I know you want to be proud of your child, but I mean, that bucket ain't gonna be nothing. Nobody can do nothing with it.
It probably
that
is gonna
opens
be
a
nut.
bit. That gap's a bit wide. Is all I'm saying.
Like, yo, that bucket is grotesque. Like, yo, that bucket is. They shouldn't have made that. Then the Wolverine bucket's funny. I ordered.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I get the ha of it, but I was like, come on, man. It's probably the only Wolverine bucket we ever gonna get, and this is what you gonna do with it.
Yeah, make it a big giant mouth. Wolverine with his mouth open.
The Venom one they announced today looks kind of cool, but
Okay,
I don't
wonder what that one
really get
is.
down with Venom like that. My man Box gets down with Venom like that, but not high. So
yeah, understandable. Yeah, Venom's the movie's an acquired taste.
To say the least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beetlejuice was great for the record.
Yeah,
I really
I
did
enjoyed
enjoy
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice was cool. Beetlejuice was cool.
All right.
So what's up with you, Delvin? Man, what's been going on with you?
Just been living life, man. Been busy working and doing other things. You know, they say a storm coming down here. So if I'm out here next week, the storm took me away. You know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are
Peace be
you
Allah.
in the path of Helene?
Probably not. I'll probably be fine.
Very good, very good.
I've been through enough hurricanes and storms. Was like, all right, bro, you good. I don't really worry about it too much.
Okay.
Like, and the funny thing is, like, before I moved to my house, I ended up buying like a generator. I like around my house, I got a bunch of like battery packs, like the ones that, like the portable battery packs that can charge up. Yeah, like keep the TVs on and shit like that, just in case the storm comes. And then I also end up buying an actual generator because Brandsmart had one for like $150. And I'm like, oh,
nice.
a gas generator for $150? Gladly. I will gladly buy this. So I just bought that for the storm, and it's just what happens here. I might need to use it. Probably won't, but it's good to have around.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to some of these news stories because we got a long state of play to talk about. All right. The first news story, which is not state of play related, is Assassin's Creed Shadow was delayed to 2025. Did y'all hear about this?
I have to wonder what Ubisoft is doing right now, man.
Well, let me just tell you what's going on. So, originally, the open world Assassin's Creed game was scheduled to release November 12, 2024. We now have to wait until Valentine's Day 2025 to finally experience the story of Yase and Noe. I think how you say their names.
I don't know. It sounds close.
Close enough.
Sounds good enough.
Ubisoft says the delay will incur an extra cost of $20 million. But on a more positive note, Ubisoft also says the game will release day one on Steam, and it will be feature complete. So, yeah. So, I know there's a lot of other things we could talk about with this story, but I think we'll hold those things, in terms of the financials. And I know there was a question about Ubisoft, state of business. I'll wait till Donnie comes back to really answer that next week because that's a whole other can of worms. So, what are y'all thoughts about this game being delayed? Was you excited for it? Did you know anything about it? I guess let's hear from you first, T.
It is actually one of the first Assassin's Creed that I was genuinely like, yes, I might be buying Assassin's Creed on day one. And usually for Ubisoft games, I usually wait till they go on sale because they always go on sale, and they always go on sale by about half. So I kind of am like, I was like, for me to actually be willing to go ahead and put down the bread, I was kind of super into it. But I'm just worried about them as a company right now, man. Like I said, they stock is as low as I've ever seen it, and it's looking like back when they almost got bought by who was trying to get them? Was it Activision trying to start? No, Vivendi was trying to snatch them up. Another French company. And I'm like, it's smart to look. What is the old quote that they said was Miyamoto, but it actually ain't. You know what I'm saying? A bad game, a bad game is bad forever. A delayed game could be good. So we hope something that needed to get fixed is being fixed. They found some kind of bugs or something that was like, you know what, we need more time. Give it to them to have more time because we cannot. Assassin's Creed is their flagship anchor title. It cannot come out jacked up again. The last one that came out jacked up was like was Unity. Miles was showing and everything like that. You can't do that with Assassin's Creed. It's their game, and so I guess it's okay to be. I guess it's better to be patient and wait for them to come with some fly shit than not. But kind of stinks. But also, it's enough games at the end of this year. I'm all right. I'll take that gap.
It does kind of suck in my opinion, because I was excited for this one too. Black protagonist is really cool concept, and it's based off a true story. So I was like really hyped for it. So, but hopefully, it works when it comes out, and it's a good game. Great game. Let's not say good, because good. Sure. Nowadays, people take good as being bad. It has to be like it has to be like an amazing experience. Just can't have
the best game that's ever gamed.
Yeah, exactly. It can't just be good. It has to be amazing. or that game trash, man. I'm like, all right, bro, it's okay. What about you, JB?
I'm good with the delay. I think I know people are tired of seeing things get delayed. However, if it leads to us having a better product day one and not having to either one, play something that's full of bugs, or go to actually start the game and then be met with like, oh, there's a 13 gig update before you can play it because we had to fix all this shit. I'm cool with it. It's fine. Like you were saying, T, it's their flagship title. I think because Outlaws was a little bit buggy as well. I know the buzz on that wasn't as big, but you don't want to come off releasing, two games back to back that people are considering to be pretty buggy. So yeah, I'm with it. I'm totally with it. Delay it until it's ready to go, and then give us the game that people want. I still don't know if that's enough to make me play it. I don't think I've played an Assassin's Creed game like straight up first day since AC Origins.
Wow.
So it's been a minute. Just because I feel like with those games, you don't necessarily have to play them day one. But I'm looking forward to it when it's done.
Yeah, and Yarden kind of brings up a really good point. He says it better not get delayed again. They need to stay far away from Ghost 2. I kind of agree, because I think there will be either way. There's going to be comparisons. So in my opinion, this game needs to come out before Ghost 2 as opposed to after, because you don't want those comparisons to be like, oh, we can be playing. It's kind of like the thing what they were saying about like Astrobot and what's the game that just came out recently that people are like, it's fine, but what was the game that just came out?
Plucky Squire.
Plucky Squire, that's the one. Yeah. You don't want to get those type of comparisons when those games are too close together. And even though Astrobot and Plucky Squire are very different games, but people are like, because they play Astrobot is so good, it's kind of overshadowing Plucky Squire. I think that kind of might be the same thing with those two similar games.
Could be. It could be, and who knows? Maybe they'll either come out before, or maybe they wait and they delay it even more. Because I think the thing with Ghost is obviously we're gonna have some of the same questions, right? Are they really gonna hit that window? Because that seems to be an ongoing thing now. Is like people saying, "Hey, this is the window this thing is coming out." And then it feels like it's rare that happens now. So I know that does lead to like a little bit of fatigue from buyers.
Yeah.
Because you just get tired of being told there's a date and it's moving back. But
and honestly speaking, sometimes you delay a game too long, it kind of kills the momentum for the game completely. People forget the game exists.
Yeah, that's true.
Games that got delayed, and I'm like, oh, I forgot that was coming out.
Yeah, that's true. I think. I think in this case, I think they're okay because it just didn't feel. It didn't feel like. Not that there wasn't much buzz. It just didn't feel like, oh, they're going into the super big promotion phase of this, where they're starting to announce more things and special editions and all that. So, hopefully, the delay is just a good thing. I mean, I don't know about Ubisoft's financials and stuff like that. Hopefully, you guys will be able to talk about that more next week. But hopefully, it just means that we're going to get a really good game.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm still excited for it. I still can't wait till it comes out. But I ain't got much of a choice but to wait now. So I can't wait. But they said, nah, you gotta wait. The good thing about it is, based off this state of play that we're gonna talk about in a minute, and just in general, it's a lot of games coming out this fall. Like a ton. Like it seems like once we hit October, it's like a new game every week coming out. In some cases, 3 or 4 games, and they all like stuff I want to play. So I'm kind of excited. So I'm in a way, I'm kind of like good with it being delayed because it's like, well, damn, we're gonna have a lot of stuff to play either way.
Yeah,
and it might have got, honestly speaking, even though I think the game's gonna be amazing, it might have got lost in the shuffle.
it's definitely possible. I mean, between Call of Duty, Veilguard, we're talking about like some heavy hitters, right?
Yeah.
So it is possible that even an AC game can get lost in the shuffle with everything else that's coming out.
Yeah, and that's very true. And John 32 says it best. Teach these damn kids some patience. Damn kids don't know how to wait for something good. Yeah, that's what she said.
I'm almost 50 years old. I ain't nobody's kid. I ain't got the patience sometimes.
John 32 is 85, so it's fine. We got a question up here from Bruce F. He says, if Ghost does make 2025 and GTA is that fall, do you think they would have to release Ghost in like summer to prevent it from being overshadowed as well?
I think Ghost is going to come out in the summer, just like Tsushima did. I think that's like a May-June release. So excited for that game, bruh. That made my state of play. I'll tell you that. I know we ain't there yet, but I'm just saying. So yeah, I think Ghost is a mid-year release anyway in GTA. If it comes out next year, is definitely the fall game. Just is.
And we now have the prodigal son returning to the swamp.
Welcome back, Dev. Son. The swamp.
Yeah, the swamp. The swamp that is PSVG.
What did I miss?
Everything. We talked about everything. The whole show's over now.
All right, cool. Well, it's been great.
And all it took was 30 minutes.
Well, when Donnie's not rambling, we can get in and out of here.
Yeah, we talk about we was talking about the Assassin's Creed game getting delayed.
Boo.
Yeah, I was.
I mean, it ain't that big a deal, honestly. Like, give it more time to cook. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and like I was saying, there's a lot of stuff coming out.
That conclusion, yeah.
Yeah.
John 32 says someone said Ghost and Dev appeared. That really did happen.
I mean, we all know how I feel about Ghost of Tsushima. Like that's my baby right there.
Yeah,
I'm very excited. Very excited.
We needed
magic
you like
right there.
We needed you like 15 minutes ago, and I was trying to pronounce these Japanese ass names.
Come on, man, Wu-Tang. You should be better at this.
JP was like, "That sounds right." I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, roll with it. Sounds good enough to me.
Not even a little bit.
Oh, Delvin, you can't be.
But to answer Bruce's other question, just real quick, Bruce, GTA is like the Marvel movies of video games. So whatever date they decide to land on is a date that every other game, even something as popular as Ghost, is going to be like, we will come out well after that or well before it. So like if they decide that they're going to come out in the summer, then Ghost will move. Like
GTA
that's
is so
just
popular. If GTA decides to come out on Christmas, Christmas moves.
Yes.
We'll have Christmas another day, y'all.
Santa will just be like, man, I'll see y'all January 1st.
Yeah.
Right. This is now GTA Day. It's no longer Christmas.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Now I want you to do that because that'd be hilarious.
That would be.
That would be.
It would just ruin families. I mean, it would ruin my family's Christmas.
You think GTA
for sure?
We know PlayStation don't care. They charging goddamn apartments prices for their systems now. Look at you want a house or you want a PlayStation? You gotta pick.
How much does it cost to have a house with a PlayStation in it?
Way more than either one of us can afford.
I don't know. You out there selling dope, so you might be able to afford it now.
Not me. Delvin Jr. going to have to sell dope to get that epic Mickey.
Oh yeah, you missed a great little tangent there with him and his son talking about go sell dope, and then his son saying, "You want to buy some dope, Dad?"
Yeah.
See, that's what I like. I like an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Start with the
Father
family
of the year material right there.
Yeah, gotta get your kids started young. God, they're gonna make his money. Be an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go, babe. All right, let's get to this state of play because that's all. God, there was a lot of games announced. I didn't realize how much bullshit they announced for this state of play.
You got to do this twice.
Yeah. I am just going to copy and paste this goddamn list right over because I am not writing this shit again. Lord have mercy. All right, let's start from the beginning. So, Team Asobi announced that Astrobot is getting new speedrun levels and 2 new bots this fall. That's what you were talking about earlier, Tayrell. You excited for that?
Bruh. I don't know if you... So, like, when they dropped the PlayStation, of course, it came with a Playroom, and, of course, it had levels that you could, like, compete with people on. Yes. And it was just like online. So you go back and forth, and, like, your friends could be like, oh, your boy got ahead on this and so forth and so on. It was so dope. And I just think I'm glad they're making some more of that. Get some more what do they call them? VIP bots is what they call the.
If any of my friends would have messaged me on my PlayStation account, talking to me, I beat your Astrobot level, I would have immediately blocked them on PlayStation.
It auto did it.
It auto does. It's not your friends messaging you. It's the game saying, "Hey, Donnie over here kicked your ass in your score."
Can I block the game for doing that? Because I don't want to. I don't know nothing. I don't want to know anything that they're doing over there.
I'm sure you could.
Like, leave me alone.
Delvin said, "I am not here for competition.
Nope.
I don't want no pieces of it. I just want to play my Astrobot in peace
and enjoy the game. I don't want to."
What are the VIP bots?
I don't even know if they show. They did show them, but I could not see the games they are from. But I'm down for some more.
They're the bots who protect the president.
Helldivers and Stellar Blade.
It was Helldivers, wasn't it?
So is it just the skins?
Yeah. Have you played Astrobot?
Absolutely not.
Damn, not playing Astrobot.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. How the hell you not playing that dope ass game? You're playing yourself.
I don't fucks with the platformers really. It's just not it's not compelling enough for me personally.
Well,
nothing against the game.
In Astrobot, they have all these bots that are from different PlayStation games. And
yes.
They you collect them, and that's a part of that whole situation. And then in this case, they are adding. They will be adding more, and they said they're going to add more even after this.
And they look like the characters.
Yeah, they look like.
So are they skins that you can dress up as, or are you just like saving them?
You can in some situations. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very lovely Sly Cooper one that I think looks neat. I've not used. I like my Astrobot is currently gold, all gold.
Okay.
Everything.
I like gold.
Word to Trinidad James. And
okay.
If you know, you know. And some of y'all out there know, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna do my favorite part of that song, but it's too many. It's too many to say in a row. Yeah.
No, we cannot do that here.
Oh, hey.
But we can't say popping Molly, I'm sweating. Woo!
Woo!
Yeah, this show, Donnie leaves, and this show gets super black.
I'm here for it.
It's an all black cast. What you gonna do this week?
Yeah.
Black
Right.
Black. It's by nature. It is by design. It's gonna be super black. And Donnie be leaning that way. You know what?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, he does.
I tell them Donnie act like a 78-year-old black man.
1000%.
Old ass
1000%.
black man complaining about shit.
Oh my god.
Microwave broke, don't want to fix it. I'm just gonna use that shit for storage now.
As a spice rack. Broke microwave
That's
is a
my
spice rack now. If that ain't some black shit.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Speaking of things that's extremely white, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
I'm not wrong. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered is launching on PS5 and PC on October 31st with re-recorded dialogue, new motion cap, and fidelity on par with Forbidden West. They trying to
Should
make
I
a
be
penny.
bothered by this
Baby.
as I am? As bothered by
Yes,
this
you
as
should.
I am?
Yes.
Okay. Because what is that? That is is it 5, 6 years? How old is that? 2017?
Let's
No,
see.
how?
No, count.
No, Forbidden West. That's what.
No, Zero
3
Dawn.
years
Zero
ago?
Dawn.
Zero Dawn.
Oh, Zero Dawn. Oh,
It's going to have graphics like Forbidden West.
Yeah, it came out in 2017.
2017.
So we're
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at
okay.
what's that?
7 years.
7 years?
Yeah. Going on. But it's coming out in October, they said. So yeah, seven, almost 8 years. And it just seems so recent to be remaking, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was a
Mastering,
remake, sure.
whatever the heck they
Yeah.
calling it, whatever.
I was shocked that they said it was being remastered for PC. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Like, what do you, how? Like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
At least only a $10 upgrade. Like that made me feel much better. I'm like, okay, if you already own it, it's only $10, and if you don't, it's only $40. So it's not a full price release. So I give PlayStation a little bit of credit for that, for not trying to charge us $70 for that game.
Yeah.
But
4 years since the PC release. So I guess it's been a lot of tech in those that intervening time. So I guess it could be looking something real special if you got the hardware for it on a PC.
So they kind of they showed it for, I guess there was a press event for the PS5 Pro, and they showed what it looks like in comparison, like the remaster in comparison to the original, and it basically they took Forbidden West and just threw that whole thing on top of Horizon Zero Dawn. So it does look drastically different, like just the shading, the lighting, everything, the skin, like the hair, like they basically made it on par with Forbidden West and then some. So it actually looks pretty good. So if you haven't played it, this is again like waiting to play a game. Sometimes you're gonna get the best version.
Yeah.
And if you got it free for that PlayStation thing, when they gave it to you for free, that still qualifies for the $10 upgrade too.
Nice. I was gonna say it's one of the few PlayStation games I own digitally, and so paying the $10 to get it upgraded actually probably is the move for me, if I am so inclined. It took me like 5 tries to get that game to get its hooks in me properly.
Wow.
Like started it, was like, no, thank you. I'll go back over here to Zelda. Came back to it, was like, come on, man. And then somebody told me something about the story, and it was like, yo, it's really this. And I was like, what? And then I really got it. And then I finally got playing through that game, and I ran right through it. And then of course I got Forbidden West when it came out. So I like Horizon a lot.
$10 is worth the upgrade for $10.
Yeah.
They re-recorded audio.
I don't know what to do with
that's
that.
pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot.
Yeah. Just come over here. and
Audio,
record
motion
audio.
capture, and then all of the fidelity from Forbidden West is now in the Horizon Zero Dawn. So
That's a good
for those who
excuse.
haven't played it, I think that's great.
Yeah, and it's $10 for upgrade. So
Yeah.
for $10,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's not too bad. It's a good.
Not
It'd
at
be
all.
a good time to get into it if if you haven't played it, because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you and I have talked about this, Dev. I think those games are like incredible. They're just so fun to me. That's such a fun world to be in.
Yeah.
So
It's like
yeah,
I wonder
good time
why
to jump in.
I wonder why they re-record the audio myself. And like audio recording technology has changed so greatly in 7 years.
Jordan, how the fuck would I know why they recorded the audio?
I mean, that's an opinion question. That's not you. That's not you
Because
want to
they
know.
felt like it. They were like, hey, you want to
I mean, the only
this line?
practical reason I could think about it is something happened to the master audio files that they felt like they needed to do it, or they were just being really, really particular, like some people with sound do, and they were like, hey, this could be a little bit better. We can also add some lines here to make things have more sense, like as far as the context of the game goes. That's really the only reason I would think that you would do that.
Jordan asked, like the voices or just sound effects and stuff? Just curious. Look at Jordan. You see who here?
Now, see that one? That's not an
This
opinion
is-
question. See now
This
you
is
right.
Delvin. This is Delvin. This is not Donnie. I am not getting to the history of this game. I am getting the bare facts, the bare minimum that I can to talk about on the show. I am not giving you the geographical area. For all I know, the dude from Police Academy can record the sound effects.
The dude from Police
That's the
Academy?
Michael Winslow
Yo.
show. Your life.
They call Michael Winslow to do the sound effects.
Damn, this show might have gotten entirely too black if we talk about Michael Winslow.
No such thing. No such thing.
Oh, man.
So they also did a new sound mix. So it wasn't just a re-recording of all the dialogue, it's also remixing it all. So it also supports the PlayStation 5's Tempest audio tech as well
There
as
you
Dolby Atmos.
go.
Okay, that makes sense.
You're welcome.
It's for yeah.
Fucking
Good,
Delvin.
good job.
You got Google
Look,
just
that's-
like me, sir.
Nope, that's not happening. Oh, man. So, if you don't want to play this game again, I got some good news for you. Lego Horizon Adventures launches November 14th. So you can play the Lego version of the same goddamn game.
It looked like way cool though.
It does look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I
Looks
may
fun.
pick that up for my son. He really likes the Lego games, and I love Horizon, so this would be an easy way to get him into it. And from everything that I've read, people are really, really enjoying the game. They said it's a lot of fun.
It looks really cool. Looks really fun.
Okay.
So, there you go. All right. Also, in the state of play, we ain't got to talk about this. They tried to sell us the Pearl again. Like, ooh, look at the teraflops and all that. We don't care. Bro, we know. Stop
I
trying
care.
to.
I'm here for it. Give me all them flops. Give me all the upgrades. I need it all. Give it to me. Give it to me. Shower me.
I'm
in
gonna
all
be
the
real
upgrades.
with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think I know there's a difference. I don't know that I have like a trained enough eye to see the difference.
Oh, you don't.
Because when I'm looking at the side by side, to me, it looks very similar. So I'm like, do I need this? But also, I'm probably gonna get that. I don't know why.
You can't see the difference on YouTube at all. You can't.
Correct.
The way they
Exactly.
compress videos, you're not going to be able to see the difference. It's really an in-person thing. It's like VR. At this point, with the way things look, like everything being in 4K, everything being super high def, in a video, everything is compressed. You're not going to really be able to see the difference. You have to be like in person, like this is what it is. You also have to have the right type of screen to take advantage of that type of stuff. If you don't have like a really good 4K set, if you don't have a set that does VRR, if you don't have a set that does maybe 120 hertz, you're probably not going to be able to notice the difference. We're at the point where the old PlayStation 4, you hooked it up to your 4K set, it looked great. The new PlayStation 5, you hook it up to your 4K set, it looks great. It doesn't look like there's that big of a difference, especially games in motion. When you're playing, a lot of that subtle nuance and stuff that they do, you just don't notice it because you're too busy just playing the game until you like stop and pause and look around and look at how clear stuff is. Most people will never be able to tell the difference. And this is why a lot of people are still playing PS4 because they're like, I can't really tell the difference.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I would say I can definitely tell the difference between my PS4, the PS4 Pro, and my PS5, especially like using HDMI. What is it, 3.0 now?
No.
And It's not 3.0. What is it?
It's HDMI 2.1.
Yeah,
And that's only if you
2.1.
have a 2.1 set. Most people,
I do.
unless you bought a TV very recently, you don't. So
Yeah, I do. Our TV is pretty recent. So I went ahead and upgraded the HDMI, and I could see a difference, like in the PS5. That's the time where I was able to see a difference. But I guess you make a good point, because on YouTube I was just like, this I can't see any difference. Am I probably going to get a Pro? Probably, but I just couldn't see any noticeable difference in what they've in the materials that they've released and where we've been able to watch those materials.
Yeah. I would say check out Digital Foundry's last video. They got hands-on with it and got like into some of the nitty-gritty of what the differences are with 11 different games, and that kind of gives you a better idea of what the Pro is capable of this early in the game.
Yeah.
Nice.
I recommend people doing that if they want to get an idea of it, if they're on the fence about the PS5 Pro, if they even need it, because you might need to have a TV that kind of just runs it. You won't really notice the difference too much. If you rock with a 720 TV, you might be fine with your regular PS5. Just saying.
Not a 720.
You got that Brand Smart Special, the one in like 4K, $99. Look, bro, you don't need the Pro. Just saying.
Delvin, you getting the Pro, right?
Talking all that shit. You definitely about to drop that. You about to drop that 7. You about to drop that 7.
The PS5 Chroma Collection, a collection of new faceplates and controllers for the PS5. Pre-orders begin October 3rd, and the colors are pearl, indigo, and teal.
That teal, which looks more like a forest green to me from what I'm looking at, like literally, is gorgeous.
It is.
But my kid just bought me some new sticks for my birthday, and so I am in no need to buy an additional controller. And I have never thought about putting the covers on the PlayStation. Have y'all thought about switching out the covers?
No.
I have a Horizon Forbidden West covers on mine. I got the little sticker. Looks really good.
It's a sticker. That's not the plates. You didn't buy new plates. You bought a sticker.
I have new plates. I have what color plates do I have? I think Delvin has red ones, and I don't remember what color I have. I have another color.
Are they on the PlayStation? Or do
They're
you
not
just
on the
have
PlayStation
plates?
now. I have plates.
Yeah, I got a Ghost of Tsushima like skin for mine, but I'm not buying plates. I'm not spending $79 on color.
Yeah, you don't want
ain't that serious.
You don't want your PlayStation looking like some rims?
I mean, that pearl white though.
The pearl white is fresh. Not gonna
It does look hard.
The pearl white is fresh. That Coke white, woo!
Yeah,
I like it. Like it.
For the console, that might. I'm not doing it, but I would
might go hard.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Smoking Joe said he got the plates. It was a waste of money.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're somebody who really likes customizing like your stuff. Like I know Donnie has 30,000 controllers. He's big on customization. That's who this is for.
Yeah.
I got 4 controllers. I ain't buying no more. I got my purple. I got my red, the one that it came with, and my edge. I'm not buying no more controllers.
Yeah, and these controllers are like $79.99. Whew.
Yeah, I lost one of my controllers.
How?
I have no idea where it is. That's what we've been saying. We've literally like turned over the whole house. We have 3 PlayStation controllers because there's 3 of us. Turned over the whole house. Cannot find it. It's the original controller, the white controller. So can't find it.
It's definitely
no idea where it is.
I'm telling you. You're gonna put your hand in that couch, you're gonna sweep through one day, you're gonna be like, oh shit.
I looked in there. Well, I haven't moved the couch. I should probably move the couch because I did look in the
that's probably the first thing.
I didn't see shit.
Wow. Move the couch, lift it up, look under it,
When you
I'm
find
just
it in the
glad-
couch,
I'm not the only one who plays my PlayStation though.
just remember your
Like,
boy.
I hope she doesn't hear this, but I'm blaming this on London. I hope she doesn't hear it. My
Why are you worried
my
about?
teenage daughter is
Why are you worried about London hearing it? London, you lost the controller. Go find it.
Yeah.
Because she
Go
might kick
find the
my ass.
controller,
She's
London.
mean. She's mean. I love her,
And?
but she's mean. That's why I'm whispering right now because she's just
She gonna come in. She gonna bust the door down.
Like, did I hear my name?
Yeah.
No, we was talking about London. You know, the city of.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
you.
All right.
It's cool. Let's just be cool.
Oh my gosh!
So any of y'all getting these plates?
Like I
No.
said, I would consider them Coke White Jones because they are fly, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah. If I get
Yeah,
this
I can't.
30th anniversary, I ain't getting no other plates. That's the win.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I get that, that's what you get that for.
Mhm.
Is for that style and for that look. So I think that I'll probably go get that one. So I don't see myself getting a plate, especially like Dev said, the 30th anniversary. That's what you have it for. You kind of have it to stunt.
Yeah.
Mhm. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show those.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like it. All right. Speaking of popping out and showing people, the newly sued Power World is now on PS5.
Everywhere
Yeah,
but
cool.
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to get sued there too.
Well, that's the thing. They are being sued in Japan, which is why it didn't get released in Japan.
Yeah,
So,
Didn't know that.
that makes sense. So Power World's out right now. Tomorrow, The Last of Us Part 1 comes to PlayStation Plus, followed by Doki Doki Literature Club, WWE 2K24, and Dead Space coming out October 1st on PlayStation Plus. It's a good lineup.
So Doki Doki and Last of Us Part 1 are coming to the game collection, right? So like the extra tier.
Yeah,
Okay. And then
tomorrow.
2K24, Dead Space, and what was the other one? Was it Doki Doki?
It was Doki
That's all
Doki, yeah.
coming to regular plus. Okay.
Yeah, Power World just came out. It's out now. You can play Power World now.
$25.
It's a good deal.
Any
Power
of y'all
World's
play
fun.
Power World?
I did when it
Nah.
first came out. It's fun. Broken as shit, but it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool. I guess it's like Pokemon with guns, right?
Something like that. It's a little bit more to the game than that, but yes, it's kind of an open world adventure game where you play with like characters that are kind of like Pokemon, but they're pretty much our Pokemon. It's fun though. I like it.
No.
Speaking of games that half of PSVG didn't like, we got a brief look at Alan Wake 2, The Lake House, which is the first expansion for the game. Looks cool. I still,
Rob special.
yeah. I still got to finish playing the 2. I like what I played of it, and then Donnie came and shamed us for weeks on end about it. So I said, maybe we should stop playing.
Us. Shamed us. No, he shamed you and Rob because nobody else cares about this game.
That is true.
oh, that's one of the ones I have been patiently waiting for a physical release of, and that comes out here in October, and then I'll be fine. I can finally play Alan Wake. I loved Alan Wake, but I
The
was
first
not
one's
gonna buy.
really good.
I was not gonna buy it just digitally. I was simply not. So
Yeah, I never played
enjoyed
Alan
what I
Wake.
played.
Me either. I never played it.
I
You
enjoyed
gotta
what I
walk around with a
played.
flashlight? No, thank you.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I enjoyed
Yeah,
what
if I gotta
played
have a
until I got Alan
flashlight, if I gotta have a flashlight and a gun and I just gotta play as this white man from Maine,
Wake.
nope.
That makes you the police.
Yeah.
That
That's
just
just
makes
yeah.
you
no.
a police officer.
I liked it. I thought it was a pretty dope mechanic, especially because that's a 360 joint, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm thinking back right.
That's
yeah.
correct.
And,
Yeah.
360 game.
and so I really, really loved it when that came out. And like I said, I was definitely never going to cop it just digital. And they was like, "Oh, physical's coming out in October." I'm like, "Cool, my patience has paid off, and it comes with all the DLC." So gravy.
Nice.
I'll
Nice.
cop that next month, and we got it. It's love.
Yeah, that trailer. I was really hoping it was something Control related. and then
Well,
they
it
said
is
Alan
because you know
Wake.
that's all the universe.
I know, but I want Control. I don't want no parts of Alan. All right, he can stay over there. I need Control. I need the Bureau. I need all of that. I didn't want the Alan Wake stuff, so I was very, very let down. I was like, damn it. Yeah.
All right. Arc Age Chronicles is an online action RPG that launches in PS5 next year. That is the response I expect about this game. Moving on.
So that one actually looked really cool to me. Like it
was
totally
okay.
made me think of like World of Warcraft and was like, oh, this could be fun if I can get my peoples in it. Like it
We're not
looked
playing it.
it looked pretty dope.
It does look fun. Looks interesting.
I might have to like for real check it out, especially if it's not like a full $70. If it's like they're trying to make this MMORPG type thing, maybe it's free to play. I might try to get my crew into it and give us something to play again because right now we ain't playing nothing.
Yeah. That'd be a good one to get into, I think, probably.
We shall see.
Yeah.
We got another look at Dragon Age The Veilguard before it's launched on October 31st. Looks really good. I'm excited for it. We were talking about it earlier before you got on, Dev, how excited we for a good EA/BioWare game, and this looked like this might be it.
I have zero interest really.
I'm super stoked for this. Love those games. Love that world. Yeah, I'm excited, man. It looks good. Looks like they kind of Mass Effect 2 the gameplay a little bit.
It does.
Simplified it, but made it more action based. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Dope. What about you, T?
I mean, I never really banged with Dragon Age. I'm aware of it, but I am a more of a Mass Effect guy. I go more science than medieval. So no beef with it. I'm happy y'all guys are happy for it. So you have my support. I'm there for you.
Yeah, you should be happier, Devin, because you're always on my ass about not liking fantasy stuff. This is one of the few fantasy things I actually like.
If it wasn't all this relationship shit, I would be into it. I cannot stand games where I have to build relationships and all. I don't want to do none of that. I'm not trying to bang nobody. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to have to up my stock with your faction. No. Just point me to the bad guys and let me murder them in my name. I don't want to deal with none of this other stuff. All right. So
Look,
like all the relationship,
I need a tender romance.
See, I don't want none of that.
Tender romance. Okay?
Relationships in the real life take enough work as it is. I don't need them in my video games, damn it.
I treat my relationships in real life like I'm playing Dragon Age.
You're trying to bang everything, huh?
Yeah, just go randomly buy her a gift. Can I bang yet? No.
Let me increase the affinity.
Yes.
Is the affinity increase? Is it time? Is this where the cutscene happens? The cutscene's happening now? Okay.
I live my life trying to get to the cutscene.
I blame GTA 4 for my hate of all of this stuff.
That makes sense.
Cousin and Brucey, I was like, I can't take any more of this nonsense. No, I don't want to go play darts. Leave me alone.
They were terrible. They were absolutely terrible.
I can't blame you for that. That's true.
All right. Next up, we got the most anticipated game so far. Dynasty Warriors Origins launches January 17th. And the crowd goes mile.
I'm about to say, do y'all play Muso games? Y'all fuck with them at all?
I do. But
Delvin, you play everything.
Not Dynasty Warriors. I haven't played Dynasty Warriors in a long time. Whew. Maybe a decade.
I think the last one I played was like Haru Warriors, whatever that one was.
But that wasn't Dynasty Warriors though. You know, I'm just like straight up Dynasty Warriors now.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of those Muso style games. I get it. I know why people like them and enjoy it. Have a good time. Plus, probably at this point on this level of hardware, it's probably millions of people, millions of things you can just beat up, keep swinging, and your numbers going up. So it's just like,
Yeah, they're fun, mindless games. I dig it, but
yeah.
the Dynasty Warriors story just never compelled me into it. Like, all right, we get it, bro. These were real people at one point. All right, cool.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've never played one. It never caught my interest at all. I know Donnie likes them, but
He does. They feel like they'd be great in arcades.
Fun for like 20 minutes. They're like for 20 minutes, super fun. After 20 minutes, I'm like, oh, this is the whole game loop. This right here. 20 minutes. I'm good. They're not bad games. They're just
I agree. All right. Next up, we got Fantasian Neo Dimension, a game from the creator of Final Fantasy and the game that Xbox failed, Blue Dragon, launches December 5th.
What?
Exactly.
So Fantasian was was an iPhone game. It was an iPhone Apple Arcade game.
Yes.
And what was kind of dope about it is they built the backgrounds that you play on, and then of course they digitize those into the game, and then you play in front of them. So everything kind of looks like amazing. And so this is a remake of that. Oh, not a remake per se, but a little mess around of that. And
upgrade of it, kind of.
Yeah, it's the guy who did like you said,
Final Fantasy and Blue
OG
Dragon.
Final Fantasy, like the first one. And so if you enjoyed the iPhone or iPad or wherever you played it at version of that, I think more of this could be a good time.
Yeah, looks good.
But yeah,
I agree.
I love Fantasian and the color purple. I loved Fantasian on American Idol.
I did too.
I love that Fantasian song. When I see you.
That's a dope ass song.
I love Fantasian.
I love that song.
Yeah.
It's so pretty a game. It's like really, really like I'm looking at some picture of it on the PlayStation blog, and like it really is lovely, but sometimes that's simply not enough, and I'm good. I'm good on that. No thanks.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully it does good.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got from Bloomhouse Games, Fear the Spotlight, releases October 22nd. Did you guys see this one?
I must have missed this one. This doesn't even sound familiar.
Yeah, it's a horror game from Bloomhouse, of course, obvious horror. Kind of has this like Resident Evil feel to it, where you play like these students. Looks interesting. Look it up. It looks really interesting. I watched the trailer for one. I didn't realize they were having a game coming out so soon.
This was that one that was like supposed to be kind of like a throwback to PS1.
Yeah, exactly.
Like with the graphical style. Yeah, so as soon as I saw that, I completely tuned out. I was like, nope.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, okay, I recognize this. I didn't realize Bloomhouse Games was coming out this soon. I know they got like 5, right? 4 or 5 games.
Something like that. Yeah, they're like really, really really trying to get into the gaming business, which makes a lot of sense for them. I mean, they have so many franchises, and right now it looks like none of these are really going to be based on any of those franchises. They're going to be all their own original story, which also makes a lot of sense. They love to tell, ghost stories, horror stories. So it'll be interesting. Fear the Spotlight looks cool. I don't know that I'll play it. I don't particularly play horror games. Even though I love horror movies, just horror games, they scare me too much. So
on the real, does anyone really want to go back and play games that look like that? The whole point of this was to make stuff look better.
Not really.
He's trying to go up, not go back.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the audience is for it. Like that I guess the audience is us, but we're not playing those games, so I don't know.
You know what it is to me? I don't mind if they look like that. I don't want them to play like that though. Like, yeah, I get it because PS1 games played rough, like especially the ones like the horror games. they played rough to instill fear. That was like a game mechanic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So but now that game mechanic doesn't work. We're like, bro, this game just controls like ass. I don't want to keep playing this. Please stop doing this. Like, there's one that recently came out. I can't remember the name. I think it's called The Umbrella Staircase, something like that. It's a horror game that's like with the PS1 era graphics, and I played a little bit of it. I like what I played, but those tank controls, like, nah, it's over for that.
Yeah,
son.
the tank
I'm not
controls, leave those in 1997. Like I'm
Yes,
good.
Please.
Yes, I can't see the Quiet Place game comes out in October. I was getting ready to say that. You just mentioned it. There's a lot of horror games coming out in October. I'm excited for it. It feels
as they
we're
should.
getting
It is nice.
Yeah, usually we don't get that. Usually we just get a bunch of really good games. Now it's like a bunch of horror games coming out in October. Like, all right, I'm digging this. Let it be. Bring them on, man. All right. Speaking of horror, Lego Fortnite gets split screen mode this October. And a new controller. The controller looks dope. September 7th.
Does it?
Yeah,
Dope.
Lego Fortnite.
Dope.
Looks dope.
No, it's
for
cool
Fortnite.
if you like to play it. It's kind of crazy. We have a Lego Fortnite.
I have the Switch Fortnite sticks, and I like the way that looks because it's a little more. I don't know, just a little more like, ooh, okay, yeah, a little something there. Okay, you got the little banana winky face on the one button. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
I want
that
the banana winky
looks
home.
cool. The banana winky face. It was
No
like
diddy.
it did make me go, maybe shouldn't have said that, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's because that was
I actually copped though. I copped that set of sticks just because it came with some V-Bucks. I was like, that's a nice looking pair. I need to replace a set of Joy-Cons anyway, and it came with some V-Bucks.
Okay, that makes sense.
That was a win-win in that situation. So,
All right, cool.
I have my Fortnite controller, and it comes in the form of a Nintendo product, of course. So,
All right. Next up, we got a gameplay look at Hell Is Us, the trippy PS5 action adventure game. Have y'all seen this?
yeah.
solid trailer for it.
Yeah,
I'm interested. I'm
It
intrigued.
looks weird, but I like it. Looks really
Yeah, I'm
weird,
kind
but
of
I
the same place you are. If Dev buys it on PlayStation, I'll play it.
like it.
share.
So that is the rule. If Dev buys it, I'll play it.
I mean,
Yeah, generally speaking.
that happens. Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, that's how we get down around here.
What about you, T?
I saw it and I was like, I don't know. It was a good looking trailer. I'll give him that, but I have no idea if that's gonna be my style of game. I'm scrolling through. I'm on the PlayStation blog now, looking at some images, and it looks great. Everything looks great now, man. We live in a great time for video games, unless they intentionally make shit look ugly. Everything looks great. And I'm like, wow, that looks really nice, but I don't know if it will speak to me. Apparently, we get more of that Monday the 30th. Tokyo Game Show is next week, ain't it? Where does it start?
Yes, it is.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
So there you go.
Shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Tokyo Game
Okay,
Show
man.
about to set off, and so that's probably why all this. Probably too. This is why all this is now popping. So because we're about to get probably some hands-on and so forth from a lot of different outlets and so forth. So
Yep.
that's
Okay.
what's up with that. So if I hear good things from somebody's demo of it, maybe.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the section that I would like to call the games that none of us aren't going to play.
Sorry, Stingray X.
Yeah. Also coming to PlayStation VR 2, we got Hitman World of Assassins, and we got Metro Awakening 2. No, Metro Awakening.
I like the Metro games. I don't think I would want to play it in VR.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Yeah, that sounds horrible to me. Yeah, like again, Metro's a game I just won't play. It looked great. So I'm just like, I don't want this in my life. So
we should
in
get
VR,
JV to play Resident Evil in VR.
Absolutely.
I would do it for the show. I would do it for the show, but I wouldn't want to, and I would hate you for it. But I would do it.
That is a risk we have to take.
Hey, you know,
You live far enough away from me that you hating me doesn't do much. You can't physically hurt me,
true.
sir.
Yeah.
That's also true. I believe literally either of you guys are on either coast, so you know
Correct.
it's not like I could get to you
travel.
quickly. It would be entertaining, and I would scream like a teenage girl, absolutely. Which I can do. I'm not gonna do it here because I don't want to, but I can do.
I'm not gonna lie, you couldn't get me to play it. I booted up Resident Evil 7, and as soon as I got in the house, I was like, absolutely not. This is going off. I can't go any further in this. I've reached my end.
7 is scary. 7 is legit scary. I will say that.
I played that demo and was like, I'll never play the full game. Ever.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
Terrifying.
Yeah. That was
But Hitman, I thought Hitman looked cool. I don't have a PSVR 2. I think I'm gonna get one just to get one.
No,
and
you
I'll
don't.
probably I'm gonna do it.
No, don't buy no PS.
Take
Why not?
Delvin's. He doesn't need that shit. Take it off.
Go buy a
Delvin's.
MetaQuest.
I would get a MetaQuest too. You just no, I shouldn't do this.
No, you shouldn't do it.
No.
Send me yours.
Save your
I'll consider it. I'm just getting that shit out. I'll greatly consider it. 'Cause boy, anyways, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaper 1 and 2 remastered launches on December 10th.
It's another situation where like I'm not trying to go backwards, and that game looked backwards.
Yeah.
It
I
does.
get it. It's a remaster, not a remake, and I'm just like, no, thank you, no bueno.
Yeah, originally for some reason I thought this was an actual remake rather than a remaster. And I remember really liking the Legacy of Kain games back in the day, but there's something about the aesthetic. I'm like, I don't know. I would love to see like a current gen version of this game.
Yeah.
But this might be one that I would wait until it's discounted, or maybe it comes to PlayStation Plus or something like that. I just have a hard time for what they showed. It didn't feel like, it didn't necessarily feel like this is a full price game at whatever price it starts out at. This feels like let's see what happens in November, December when it goes down by 25 or 50% or something.
That character model has not aged well. It looks weird. Got weird feet. It's weird, chunky ass toe situation.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm good.
I don't know why they didn't just like remake it or make another one. Like,
yeah.
But I guess this is probably to try to fill it out. Is there enough interest to actually continue the series?
No.
I think if this is what they're going to put out, no. I think they would have been better off, instead of testing the waters, just making the game.
Yeah. I've never played Legacy of Kain. Either one.
Me either.
I recall playing it on Dreamcast, which itself was probably, I think, a remake of the PlayStation 2 version of that game at that point. So it's just a little bit of upscaled it a little bit for Dreamcast. So
yeah, I played it on PlayStation 2. And I can't remember it being like super popular. I remember it being well received and I liked it, but I think, if this is the way to test the waters, I think that might have the reverse effect that they're thinking.
Yeah. Don't test the water. The water has pee in it. Don't do it. This is not the game you do that with. Like, this ain't it, Chief. Not gonna lie. They're like, this is the game y'all chose to bring back? Like, not Cypher Filter, none of that other stuff that we've been asking for? Nah, we cool. Keep this one. All right. Next up, we got another game I don't know if anybody cares about. Luna Remastered Collection coming in 2025. A collection of the first 2 Luna games.
The only
Not my bag.
Yeah. The only
Looks
reason
good,
I'm
though.
kind of like, ooh, is because I remember that being what company made that? It was this company that made these games on Sega CD.
Oh yeah, I remember that
It
was
was Victor Ireland, I think, was that dude's company, and like they looked amazed because they had all this dang anime, you know what I'm saying, cutscenes. You'd be like, yo, this is what they do it in Japan.
no.
And then of course it jumps to gameplay, and you're like, that's not what that looked like. I'm thinking you're about to sell me a cartoon. You were
No,
not.
they selling you sprites,
Yeah,
big ass sprites.
yeah, chunky sprites, and it does look nice. I was like, okay, that looks pretty clean. Lunar. Let's see if I can look up Lunar. Tell you who's the OG who released Lunar back in the day. If one of y'all in the chat know who dropped Lunar back in the day,
Garrett Bland's not here, so no one knows.
On the Genesis.
That is the person who would know.
Man,
I have no interest in it, but it's cool that they're remastering it because I'm quite sure there's gonna be a whole audience who's gonna like this game. These type of RPGs usually do good.
Mm-hmm.
Not Legacy of Kain.
I don't know. There was a lot of hype around Legacy of Kain. So
a lot of those people are lying to themselves.
I think that's
Legacy of
nostalgia, man.
Sounds
That
like it is.
nostalgia is a hell of a drug.
definitely nostalgia.
Yeah, it's a hell of a drug, and so I wonder if this is going to be one of those things where, you know, we've all done this before, where you go back and you're like, man, I love this game when I was 10, 12, 11, 15, 16, 17, whenever you played it, and you go back and you're like, oh, yeah, I either can't play it because things are so new, or it just wasn't as good as I thought it was. You know, I think there's like a section of these games that hold up like incredibly well, and then there's a lot of them that it's just purely nostalgia is like going into our veins, and we're like, oh yeah, and then we get our hands on it and we're like, yeah, I can see why this wasn't a classic. You know, why this wasn't considered to actually be a classic.
I want a Pusha T album called Legacy of Kain, and working design.
That is a great name.
I know.
That is.
Working Designs was the name of the company that Victor Ireland. That one, I remember that dude's name was Victor Ireland. And two, Working Designs was the name of the company that released all these games that had this like anime cutscenes. They would bring all the stuff over from Japan to America, barely translated, sometimes poorly translated on the Sega CD, going into the Saturn and so forth. And they always made they came in amazing packages. They would hook it up and like give you these beautiful little box sets. So
I do remember that.
Yeah. So there's a whole little list of Working Designs games on Wikipedia. But I was like, that's the fact that I can pull that from my hat. Right on.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Legit. Yeah,
pretty good. That is pretty good.
Man, back when box art was amazing.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was really good. When box art was men. Oh man. All right. Monster Hunter Wilds is releasing February 28th. Y'all excited for this?
I was going to say, any of y'all play Monster Hunter?
Not even a little bit.
I played.
No, I tried with like not World. I think it was Worlds. Yeah, I tried to get into it, but the fact that like you'd be attacking the monster and it would run away from you, and you had to chase it, and you had to resharpen your weapon, like all of that. I was like, nah, Doc, I can't do this anymore. I'm not. You getting your ass up and you're gonna run away, and I gotta chase you halfway across the map. No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Stop being pussy and fight.
There was DS and Wii U, I think.
No,
and I think it was like Monster Hunter 3, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And no, it same difference. It did not get its hooks in me, and I'm just like, no, I'm good on Monster Hunter, so not for me.
Yeah, same. I've tried it, and I was like, this is fun for somebody.
Yeah,
not me.
I have a coworker who absolutely loves it. Every time he tells me that, I just look at him I'm like, you're crazy. This game sucks. Get out of here.
Speaking of fun for somebody, Stellar Blade got some near automatic DLC and a photo mode.
Oh man.
So y'all trying out that photo mode?
That's when you know they straight perving. They straight perving, man. They coming through on some old like
They know what they was doing.
I
I
just
thought
want to get
Stellar
up
Blade
underneath
already
that
had a photo mode.
But it ain't have a photo mode with that near automata DLC though.
Oh man, isn't there a trophy for looking up her skirt in the game?
Jesus Christ.
I
In
don't know.
Nier, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
there's
Nier,
like a
yes.
trophy for Nier
Nier,
for
yes.
looking up her skirt. I was like, you got to be kidding me! If that's a thing,
Is it like the same thing as like what was that?
Lollipop
Chainsaw? Where
I
there
didn't
was an
know that was a
achievement
thing.
for it.
Wow.
Yes. That was
There was
supposed
an
to shame
achievement
you
for it,
something.
but it basically called you a perv
pretty
for
much
doing it.
Giant
As it
Bomb
should.
sold me on that damn game, and I'm still mad at them for it. It's on the shelf over there. I own Nier Automata, and I do not like it. It is not for me. And I'm like, you so and so, because it was like on their game of the year, on their short list on game of the year that year, and I'm like, all right, you got man, I trust you, Jeff, man. You know what I'm saying, Gerstmann, I believe in you, bro. So if you saying it's dope, I got to believe it's dope. And I played. I'm like, it's supposed to be getting dope at some point, right?
That's your
It
fault
did
for
not.
trusting the white man.
Hey, it's only a few white men who'll get that pass. Jeff Gerstmann is one of them.
Yeah, I don't like neither of their recommendations pretty much ever.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who Jeff Gertzman is.
He used to be EIC at Giant Bomb, and
Yeah.
and he left a couple of years back now, so he does stuff on his own, independent now. But yeah, that's like was one of my video game guys over the years, and if he said some shit was dope, it was dope. But
yeah.
in this case, he didn't. It was more Alex who said it was dope.
So it's Alex's fault.
But let me tell you,
Swing
T,
and a miss.
there's only one person I trust, and that's Morgan Webb.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's
my
go, baby.
God. She's white.
That's it.
She plays video games. That's
That's all you need to know.
That's all he needed. That's all he needed.
Yeah.
Morgan Webb.
The Midnight Walk's coming to PS5 in 2025.
The who?
I didn't see
Exactly.
that one.
It looks okay.
Okay.
Look it up, y'all.
Is it another horror game?
I think it's a horror
Is it-
game, yeah.
It sounds like it should be horror.
Oh, is that the one that's like it's almost like claymation
or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looked super cool. Like just
looks
the
cool.
visual of it was dope.
Looks cool.
Yeah, I was like, this looks like PSVR, so I stopped paying attention.
I don't
I
think
don't
it
have a
is
VR, so I'm like,
It is.
It's
I
coming
think-
to VR.
It's VR.
Yeah, it's VR. I think it's VR and also just on
Regular.
console, but I think the main thing is supposed to be VR.
Oh, we could have left this whole thing out of here then. Moving on. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge getting DLC with the homie Mondo Gecko.
Let's
Like it.
go.
You can play it right now if you're so inclined. That dropped that same day. So, and in fact, I think it dropped a few days before that. So
I think it was the day before, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. Next up, Sonic X Shadow Generations launches December 12 with movie tie-in DLC. Do y'all know what this tie-in DLC is?
Keanu Reeves is the voice, and it's levels inspired
Yep.
by the movie.
Exactly. That's pretty cool.
My son
Yeah,
is going to be very excited.
Yeah,
Looks dope.
I like the movies better than the games. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not a Sonic person. I just don't. It doesn't look. Okay, let me just say something. Here's my
Playing
thing
the Sonic.
with Sonic. Okay, like the concept is cool. Like the concept of going super fast across your screen is cool, but you also can't be super fast and then have to be a precise platformer that doesn't make sense. It never has made sense. I'm not saying the games are bad. I'm just saying they're not well thought out. However, I love the cartoons when I was a kid. I thought the movies have been pretty good, surprisingly.
Very good.
So yeah, Keanu Reeves in a video game, man. Let Keanu Reeves do whatever he wants. My man wants to voice him in a movie and in a video game. Man, Keanu's earned that.
I saw the trailer for Sonic 3 when I was watching Transformers 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I jumped for joy when I saw Jim Carrey as Robotnik again, because I know he was going to be in this one, and he was Fat Robotnik. I literally cheered. I'm hyped for the movie. I'm like, this looks fun.
Yeah, they're fun movies, man.
They
really
remind
are.
me. They remind me of like watching '90s movies that were just dumb fun. Nope, the plot doesn't matter. It's just dumb fun, like stuff like Home Alone and what was the badass kid who was like a Home Alone ripoff? Problem Child and stuff like that.
Child. Oh my God. Memory
Yeah,
unlocked.
Do you remember Camp Nowhere?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Classic.
God,
Yeah, this kind of feels like this feels like it'd have been a great '90s movie, and I think that's what I enjoy about these Sonic movies so much. It's like it's just a dumb fun. Like, this is great.
Yeah.
Sonic Generations was again, I think, a 360 joint.
Yes,
and so it was a really well made. It was like probably one of the better Sonic games. And so
some people say the best Sonic game.
A remake with some tweaks to it. A good time to be had on sale at some point. Let's say summer of next year.
My son he keeps reminding me to pre-order the game because he wants the little pre-order bonuses. He is very much a Sonic fan. I have no idea. He just knows he wants it because he really, really loves Sonic.
There you go. That's all you need to know. Probably like Tails or something like that.
I have no idea. Let's see.
See what's on the PlayStation blog. What the extras are, if it says it.
It's a Sonic Adventure Legacy skin.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's got like some skins, and I think that's what he was like excited about. Like, he's like, I want the skins, Dad. We got to make sure we pre-order, and he's reminded me several times.
So pre-order for that kid, please.
We'll see.
Or you got to pay for the skins, and that's gonna suck.
Or it'll come to PS Plus. You know, it's no big deal.
Yeah. Transformers 1 was excellent. One of the best movies of the year.
So fucking good.
And I
never go to the movies to see things. I don't. Took my kids to see this. I'm going to go to the theater again to go see this. That's how much I like this movie. I want to see it twice in theaters. I ain't done that since Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, one of the best movies of the year, and I'm not.
Kind of Transformers.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good.
I'm the kind of Transformers fan that has all the Transformers stuff. I love Transformers, like me. Death. Yeah.
Proper G1 fan.
Oh yeah, G1. Oh, all day long.
Okay. Yeah. See, because if you came out and said you was like getting down with Beast Wars, I couldn't.
I hate Beast Wars. I can't stand Beast Wars. I don't ever want to see Beast Wars ever in life. I want to just forget it even exists.
Going forward, we are family. I like to thank you for that, and now I trust your opinion, 100%.
There we is. There it is. There it is. That one.
Beast Wars got a motherfucker named Rat Trap. Like this,
and
this is like who we want to be a trans. Like, yo, you don't get this nigga the fuck out of this bullshit. This garbage ass Transformer.
I can't stand it.
Like, yo, nah, bro, get this shit the fuck off my TV. I remember being a kid, and it was that one and Reboot. Like, yo,
God, Reboot.
Bullshit, ugly ass cartoons. The fuck off my screen.
I couldn't stand that trash.
That Reboot really thought it was doing something too. It was like, really you seen Toy Story? Wait for this.
No, you get this trash off my screen. See, they are the reason I went to go watch Saved by the Bell. Like, fuck this, I'll go watch Saved by the
Bell. Done with cartoons for today. Let's go watch some live
I will watch anything else besides this garbage.
Let me go watch California Dreams, see what these white people do.
Nah, California Dreams.
Ooh, dudes and attitudes, good vibrations.
Yeah. I am not watching this garbage ass rebooting Transformers. Like, no. I couldn't stand them.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I might put the 10 down and go see Transformers 1 then. That's all.
Dude, it's so good. It's the Transformers movie I've been waiting for since the original animated went back in the 80s.
I agree. It's fantastic.
So good.
I can't see, not only do I remember it, it's my favorite movie of all time. I own 6 copies of it.
I own 2.
No, I have the 20th, 25th, and 30th anniversary copies of it.
Yes, I own like 6 copies of it.
So DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. It is my
same. I still have the box set of DVDs at G1 where it opens up like the Matrix of Leadership.
Yeah.
I
still
have that as well.
somewhere.
Where you in my house right now? In my living room is a poster from that movie from '86 on my living room wall.
That's awesome.
I need to get that. That's the one
I've
thing I'm missing.
seen
A
that
poster of the
movie so many times, meaning I've never seen it. I've never seen the OG animated
That is
Transformers
terrible.
movie.
Transformers
Yeah, I
'86,
know.
really?
No.
Please get him off this show.
If I
get him off.
if I
You gotta
have,
go.
I forgot it.
You wouldn't forget it.
I'm sorry.
Just
You can't forget
Absolutely not.
Optimus dying. Like that's
it's
something that
literally
is
it's
trauma.
literally yeah.
Yeah, that is trauma that we
Goddamn right.
still sit with to this day.
Goddamn right. He knows.
Look,
Get it
I'm
wrong.
sorry.
No.
I mean, it's
No,
just one
no,
of those. It's just one of those things.
It's one of
It's
a blind spot in your pop culture.
I
and
feel like
that's
I
okay.
feel like I've heard so many people talk about it
Yeah.
and have such reverence for it that I'm like, I should watch this, but also I feel like that I'm just so far past it that I won't be able to appreciate it the way you guys appreciated it.
Don't try to
'Cause
appreciate it like anybody else appreciates. Appreciate it or don't appreciate it on your level.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like the biggest Transformers kid. I mean, I had Transformers. I watched the cartoons. I just don't ever remember. Like, honestly, this is crazy. This is how much of a blind spot it is. I don't even think I knew that there was a Transformers animated movie until I was like well into my 20s. Like, for some reason, it just completely passed me. I don't know how. Because I watched every other thing that we all watched, and somehow like this completely escaped me. I was like, "There's a Transformers animated movie."
This is a failure of your parents. Okay,
Yes.
they should have taken you to the theaters to see this. I blame the parents.
I like
Thank
Transformers.
you, because it wasn't
so
me.
much.
Because if my parents would have been like, "We're going to the movies to see Optimus Prime on a 50-foot screen," I would have been like, "Hell yeah, let's go."
Yeah. I like Transformers, the movie, so much. One of my career podcasting highlights is interviewing Stan Bush, who made the soundtrack of Transformers movie. Talking about the movie.
Yeah.
That's where that song is from.
Yes.
God, this mother.
What you got?
Get him off my
from Boogie Nights, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't do this.
Unacceptable.
My son daily asks me to play the Transformers soundtrack, and then he'll ask to play the score. That's how much my son loves Transformers.
I have the soundtrack.
It's on wax on the shelf, right?
I have it on vinyl.
In
my living room.
Damn.
I have it hung up in my living room.
I'm gonna watch it at some point, guys.
I'd rather you didn't at this point. Just
Okay. I don't expect you to love it because one, the animation is just at this point it's not. Come on, but also it's like it's lame in the way that things have aged like that. But also I still love it. We'll sit if it pops up anywhere. Like sometimes they'll play it in theaters. I've gone to see it in theaters multiple times since as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it so much. I have
spent
great money.
I will watch it. Oh, like older stuff does not bother me whether it's seen it or not. Watching it, like I'm sure it'll look somewhat dated to me, but that I don't really ever consider that when I'm watching stuff. Yeah, I don't really think about that
compared to a lot of stuff, because they pump anime out in a way nowadays that makes it looks a little bit, I don't know, chintzy. That is actually kind of well animated in comparison.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. So
what did we do when we got home from watching Transformers the movie? The very next day we watched Transformers '86 the movie, and then we started on the Netflix series because the Netflix series is also really fucking good.
It's really good. It's really good. Transformers Prime is actually really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly really good.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right. Next up, we got, I don't know how to say this, Towers of Ashaba. Launches in early access in November. Did y'all see this game?
Nope.
Nah. I'm gonna be real. I didn't see. I don't know what that is.
I'm not even gonna look it up.
Looks colorful. Looks bright. I don't think it's for me, but it looks okay.
I'm not trying to early access shit on my consoles, man. That's a real PC life we have to live. And oh yeah, so this a dude with the Breath of the Wild style glider situation. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing the pictures now.
yeah.
Breath of the Mild. Yes.
Breath of the Mild. Get that out of here.
All right, let's go to the main event, baby. And last but certainly not least, Ghost of Yoti, a successor to the critically acclaimed Ghost of Tsushima, was announced for the 2025 release date, a new protagonist, and a new location in Japan to explore. The story takes place in 1603, 300 years after the first game, and features a woman protagonist named Atu in the land surrounding Mount Yoti. So y'all excited for this? I know Dev is.
Put this shit in my veins. Let's go.
Goddamn.
Yes. Please and thank you. Not now, but right now.
Yeah. Like as soon as we can do it. Put it in my veins. Let's go.
What were your thoughts, Dev? He's speechless.
I'm trying to figure out how you pronounce the word.
I don't know.
Because it's not Yoti, it's Yote. Like,
Yote.
you were killing me with that. You were killing me with that.
Close enough.
Pronounce it right. Ghost of Yote. God damn it.
Johan.
Yeah, like they said, just put it in my bloodstream. I'm good. I love the first Ghost. I'm here for Tsushima. Let's go. I don't need to see nothing else about this game. I'm going to pre-order it. I'm probably going to get a stupid edition. Give me all the things for this game.
Give us one with a sword.
I would
Like
love.
an
I would love
actual
this game of
sword.
sword. I knew that
I paid for the dumb edition of Tsushima. I got the nice steelbook situation for Tsushima. I'll gladly do that another time for Yote, because Sucker Punch got my support and my bread. It's just what it is.
Yeah,
I'm
here
I
for
mean, look, the first Ghost was so incredible. Just an outstanding game. This one looks amazing. Erika Ishii is the voice actor. She's great. So
yes,
like I'm here for this, man. It's just great to know that a game of this quality is coming out. I know and I'm so fucking tired of this, to be honest. I have seen some pushback on Twitter, and of course it comes from the same place of Twitter. Oh, well, it's got to be a female protagonist, and it's look, I don't know about you guys. While I would love to spend more time with Jen, I feel like Jen's story very much had a beginning, middle, and end that was satisfying. Yeah. And so to go a little bit before that, to explore another part of Japan, and to have a new protagonist, a new person to be a ghost, that's just super exciting. So I'm super stoked for it. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you there. Like, I don't need to play anymore. Jen's story is told. I was actually wondering if we were gonna get to see the chick who we saved, the archer, who actually went to the mainland. I was wondering if they might do a story for her. So like when this first popped up, I'm like, oh, are we playing her? But no, this is 300 years after Ghost of Tsushima, and it's a whole new character. And I am so here for that. Like, we don't need to keep retreading the same stories with the same characters. Now you can flesh it out and build a world, have other characters, and do something different. Like, build on what you already did, do a different place and everything. Like, I love it. I'm so here for it. Erika Ishii is amazing. I have no problems playing as women protagonists. I find them way more interesting than male protagonists. So I'm always down for that. So give me more of this.
Same maker of Chase. I too wonder how the difference in Japan of 300 years of progress. Also, this establishes a new way of just doing games. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh, here we have the Ghost of
Yeah.
Tsushima, we have the Ghost of Yote. Next time, if we're so inclined, they could have the Ghost of Kyoto or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's so dope.
Yeah.
And I like that they have managed to do that. It's been a reasonable amount of time. So Tsushima came out 2020, right? That was a COVID game, right?
No, was it COVID? I feel like it
Wasn't
came out
it?
before COVID.
Like right before, like 2019, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, maybe it was early 2019, but I think I think you're right, T. I feel like I played it during COVID.
Same.
Yeah, it was July 17th, 2020.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
How
Yeah, and
about
so I like that here we are. I mean, 5 years later, but 5 years is very reasonable in this day and age because we don't
Yeah.
drop games like that no more.
Yeah.
Nah.
At that pace, and so the fact that they were already, we got the DLC that they did for Tsushima, Ishi Island, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
and now we're about to get a whole nother game that is all that seems to be close enough that they can be like, hey, 2025, that's great. That means Sucker
Yeah.
Punch is the kind of studio that we need in this day and age that can make AAA games in a reasonable time, span of time. Yes, more of it now, please.
I think it's dope. I'm interested in how technology changes in the 300 years that it's passed in the first, how that
Mhm.
changed the combat and things like that. 'Cause I was thinking about that, like, I imagine like armor probably changes, combat changes, new weapons, more modernized weapons, even though it's still in the 1600s. I suppose, it's like, weapons probably a little bit more modern than they were. So I'm really interested in how that works out.
Yeah, she's got.
Yeah.
I think she has like a sickle and chain is one of her weapons. She's got a katana. So her style is probably going to be very different from that of Jin. So that's also awesome. And I've literally been chasing the combat of Ghost of Tsushima since it came out. Like I've been trying to find something that feels similar to that since I played it. I have yet to find
So
it. But that is
satisfying.
like what I've been
So-
chasing. Yeah.
Really good.
It
combat.
feels these aren't the same, but as far as like that feeling of really satisfying combat, it kind of like there's been a few times where you're playing something and you're like, this feels so good. I think maybe the time before Ghost for me was probably playing the first Arkham game and
Oh,
the
yeah.
satisfaction
Yeah.
and flow of that. And Ghost does something completely different, but it's so satisfying. Just some of the most satisfying combat. It just feels great. It's beautiful. Like the game was beautiful. This looks incredible. I can't wait. What's up, Tara?
Yeah, we're doing great.
T. Yeah. Did anybody play this in Japanese? Did anybody play with the Japanese versus the English?
Have you
I've
heard me
never-
pronounce these names? That tells you right
I
there.
played a
No,
little
I did
bit.
not.
I have no idea what
played
the
a little
game
bit.
is like in English. I've only ever played it in Japanese, like from jump. It just felt right.
It does. I mean, I've played probably the first playthrough I played in English, and then I was starting a second playthrough and I played about a quarter of the way in Japanese, also in black and white, which
Okay.
feels
I did that too.
incredible. It does either way. I mean, either way, it's great. I love the fact that the mouth actually change to mimic the words and how they're pronounced. So yeah, man, if they had to leave us with something to kind of whet our appetite for 2025, this is definitely the one to do it.
Yeah. I'm very excited.
Tara says she hasn't played, but if I did, I would play in Japanese. That is
That's a
You
great
need to play.
experience.
You need to play it in Japanese, Delvin, to help you with some of this pronunciation, sir.
Absolutely not. I know my limits, and that is my limits.
Ghost of Yoti. Ghost of Yoti. Everyone.
Man, you played
I
that
mean,
Ghost of Yodi.
I made it
Yodi.
Man, I
Jamaican.
love Ghost of Yodi.
Word
I
up,
made it
yo.
Jamaican, baby.
Lord of mercy.
Big up.
Big up.
All right. Let's get to this Rude Day segment. And since
Want me to
Donnie
take
isn't
over?
here, you can take over. But you know
What was you gonna
since
say?
Donnie's not
Since
here,
Donnie in here? What?
days, you got your rude days. You want your rude days. You got your motherfucking rude days. You want your rude days. You got your rude days. You want your rude days. You got your rude days. Rude days 93. Chicka.
Wow. There is no gold coin. He's a myth. He doesn't exist.
He's the legend.
It's not real.
He is the legend.
Trash.
Slurp said,
Absolute
"Go to
trash."
Yoshi."
That sounds like something you'd say.
All right, you take over the Rude Day segment.
All right. So the Root says there's no scoring update this week. Will be one next week. And last week, after Donnie's kind words, he has 4 scenarios this week, the most all year. Donnie ain't here. Oh well.
Sucks to be him.
Sucks to be him indeed. All right, so over or under 81.5 for the Until Dawn remake. The original in 2015 got a 79.
Who wants to go first? I'll go
You
first.
go first because you ahead of me and Donnie ain't here.
This is hard. This one's hard, actually. Because I can see it getting the exact same goddamn score. You know what? I'll say I'm gonna go to over. It'll get a couple over. I don't think it will, but I think it'll probably get like an 85, 84 maybe.
Oof. That's a tight line. I don't think
Really?
it's gonna get an 85.
This is the one
I'ma
they
go-
like.
I mean, yeah, but it's like they liked it back then. Are they still gonna like it? Like that's the real question.
That's the real question. That's a good question.
Damn it, Rude
How
Days.
old
You
is it
always
now?
make these lines too close.
How old is Until Dawn?
Came out
Yeah.
in 2015.
Okay. So almost 10 years old.
This was the one that people like Supermassive for, and they played the rest of them like, okay, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over. I still think it. Yeah, I think because it's gonna actually not be all janky and have a decent frame rate.
Yeah,
That may push it to like an 82.
yeah. Nostalgia too. I think nostalgia helps because
Yeah.
it's a good cast.
Solid cast.
All right, JB. I guess you go next. Over under.
I'm gonna go over. I just because it's not exactly a remake, but obviously they're improving things. Like Dev said, I mean that the frame rate in the original was not great. Definitely distracting. So I think that probably right there is enough to get it over 81. I don't know if I have it reaching the same heights that you do, but I could see I could see it 82, 83.
Okay.
I'm scrolling through the Metacritics to see if I see like who reviewed this initially, and like names that you would care about. GameSpot gave it an 80. EGM, when they were still the thing, gave it an 80.
Okay.
Push Square gave it an 80. It's like a lot of 8s in there. 6 Axis
Like
gave it an
straight
80.
8s.
Seemingly so. Yeah, it's like it's like I'm scrolling. This is all 8s. And then we hit this. Then we drop down to 78, 75, 74, 70. I'm trying to see where the real fall off is. All right, and the fall off is 65 from Polygon, 50 from one 40 from one outlet. So it's like,
What outlet gave it a 40?
let's take a look. That is Digital Spy. I don't even know if they still exist to review games.
Yeah.
So don't
40's harsh.
Yeah, that does seem like a bit much. Let's see if Digital Spy is actually still a thing, or if I click on it, it's gonna be like this site gone. So don't worry about it. Digital Spy still does seem to exist. That and a link to its review still is there. I wonder why they didn't bang with it.
I don't
Yeah, that is
Lacking
really low.
lacking story wise, visually looks fantastic. A modified version of Killzone Shadowfall engine renders the real life likeness of the characters to great effect, and the lighting effects in later scenes that take place within a dank abandoned sanatorium are pretty spectacular. But visuals are not enough to pull the game from the depths of despair it so eagerly hopes to convey up to the player. Despite the butterfly effects premise, a ham-fisted is a turn of phrase I love when used. Because I just the very ideal of ham-fisted is hilarious to me. It means you won't care about who might live and who might die. It's not enough to save the game from disappointment, and in the end, Until Dawn is its own self-inflicted nightmare.
I don't agree with that review at all.
Damn.
So
Over.
over. Okay.
It's like 79, right? That's what it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go over 79. I'm probably gonna be like 82, 83.
Okay.
There it is. Next up, we have the over or under 85.5 for Metaphor Refantasio from Sega Atlas. Their last game, Persona 3 Reload, got an 87.
I'm gonna go over. Cause this is like the Persona people, and their games get like reviewed very highly.
I mean, Persona 3 got an 87, so
and that's a remake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over. These games always seem to do well. Their audience loves them, so I gotta go with the over.
Yeah, it's another very pretty looking game. I think the Persona games are really good, even though they're usually the type of games I don't play, but I find those games pretty fascinating, actually.
200 hours long.
Yeah. Lots to do, lots of personality. Yeah, I'm gonna say I think it clears it. I'm over.
Okay.
I'm going under just because I must.
Okay. I like it. I respect it.
I feel that.
I respect
it. This one is for you, Delvin. Over or under 76.5 for Transformers Galactic Trials. He says, I got nothing, but it seems like a Delvin game, though.
Under. That game's gonna be
under.
Trash.
I have no idea what it is, but it sounds like it'll be trash.
Transformers racing fighting game, action game.
Oh,
but the main part of it is the racing aspect of it. Doesn't look good.
Let's take a quick peek at Transformers Galactic
I'm going now.
Trials.
Yeah, I'm wow.
Yeah.
Outright Games.
Yeah.
Outright Games.
They
such
specialize in
classics
kids
as Jumanji the video game.
Yeah.
Ugly Dolls and Imperfect Adventure.
Yeah.
Big one. Huge hit. Ryan's Rescue Squad. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna safely say under on this.
Yeah. Under sounds about right.
What's the score we're looking at?
76. Nah, bro.
I'm looking at this video. It's got just enough.
76 is kind of high.
It looks interesting enough. 76.
But see, you got to think, what are critics gonna rate it though?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like, who's going to review this game? Because this is not going to be something that IGN reviews, but it is something that Nintendo World Report might review. Some smaller outlet might review this, and they might just take something away from it. I'm gonna go over.
Okay.
Not that I think it's gonna be great. I think it might go over by just a point, just enough. But yeah, it looks interesting enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That don't look bad, man. No, don't look great. It don't look great, but it don't look bad either. I can get down with that. And I'm looking at Switch coverage, so it's like it might look even better on PlayStation. So
probably not. Highly doubtful.
Next up, another Delvin special. Over or under for 75.5 for Barbie Project Friendship. He says, I don't know what this is either, but seems like a Delvin game through and
I
through.
never heard of this game.
Just because you never heard of it, don't mean it ain't a game for you, sir. The
don't
Rude
think I
Day
play Barbie
this is
games.
for you.
Ha! Guess who's making it?
Outright
Outbound again.
games.
It's out.
They're
It's
back.
Outright Games back with another. So they must have a deal
Another
with Hasbro
one.
right now.
Yeah, probably.
So Delvin, 75 and a half.
Oh, this looks horrible. Under.
I also have to go with under.
Hashtag not my Barbie.
I mean, you know what? Barbie deserves a good video game.
She really
This
does.
isn't it. This doesn't seem like it's it. I would absolutely play a great Barbie game, but I think Project Friendship is going to go under here.
Save the Malibu Waves Community Center with Barbie. TM. Earn rewards. Check out the announcement trailer soon. I'm going to click this trailer right quick before making a call.
He said, I'm doing the homework. I'm doing the research. We're going to find out whether or not this is worthy of 75 and a half.
Oh no!
lower.
You know what it
See?
is? This gonna be some little kids like bang out. They're gonna love this game.
I believe that.
It's under. Trust.
Oof.
Wowzers.
Said, no good. No good.
No bueno. No bueno.
No bueno. Absolutely not.
JR said, "Are we having a Diddy party?" Absolutely not.
Nope.
What?
You will not find literal tons of baby oil here.
Which apparently ain't even baby oil.
Listen, that man is sick.
You know what
Yeah,
baby oil
And
costs?
put him under the jail.
Yeah, for real. For real. Well, there's your Rude Day segment. Some real trash games there for you, Delvin. Time to move into the questions. We've only got a couple tonight, so we'll get through them pretty quickly.
Oh, we got it.
Hawk Tua Joe. That's what we're calling him now. He's Hawk Tua Joe, no longer
Because he over here
Smokeless
glazing
Joseph.
them
He's
Celtics.
Hawk Tua Joe, glazing the Celtics. He says, a question for the show. With all the Celtic hate to the side, what do you guys think of Jaylen Brown's new shoe deal? Do you think he made the right move betting on himself over signing a shoe deal with the big brand?
I dig it. You know, as long as the shoe looked dope, I was always a fan of players, going their old path and making their own shoe. Like, I remember back in the day when Patrick Ewing did it. Patrick Ewing did it, and those shoes were really popular in Miami, which is weird because Miami's a Miami town and not a New York Knicks town. But those Ewings were super popular down here. Like, everybody had a pair of those Patrick Ewings. I know Hakeem Olajuwon had his shoes. They weren't as popular. Then you had, like, the Starberries.
Those popular at all?
Yeah. The Shaqs. Like, even when I think Shaq still has his shoes in, like, Walmart or
He
something like
does.
that.
He still sells them. I wouldn't say they're popular.
They did pretty well for themselves. Like, when he had the Reeboks, I remember those were super popular, but for a good while, I remember a lot of cats wearing those Shaqs. So yeah, you can bet on yourself and make a good profit and make it affordable. I think that's dope.
Do you remember people wearing the Shaq Walmart shoes or the Shaq Reeboks?
Both. Actually, both. I
The
remember when I
Reeboks
was
for sure, but
I ain't never seen anybody wearing them Walmart Shaqs.
I see people wear the Walmart Shaqs, like, because when kids couldn't afford to get them, after the time, I want to say Stephon Marbury kind of started that too. Because
Yeah,
I remember a lot of
the
cats.
strawberries.
The
I remember a lot of
Starburst,
cats
he
who
definitely
couldn't afford the Jordans and stuff like that. We wear the Starberries. They wouldn't get picked on, so they would wear those. And to a lesser extent, some people wear the Shaqs. And some of the Shaqs look decent enough where people were like, all right.
I'm gonna have to boil that down to Miami's very different than LA. Wasn't nobody wearing none of that stuff in LA.
Well, y'all just wore Chucks. Just Chuck Taylors.
That's
Chucks.
also not true.
Also, I mean, it's not just Chucks. I remember you remember back in the day, Dev. I remember cats. You could get caught out here for doing this, but I remember cats will wear the British Knights, but
Oh yeah.
also BKs.
Yeah,
So
you can't do that everywhere. You
might
got to be real.
yeah, you might get caught
I
slipping.
don't
But
remember.
BKs was in like at the
Yeah.
same time
Yeah.
that Nikes and Chucks
Same with the
and all that.
K Swiss, and you couldn't wear those
Yeah.
in certain areas.
Couldn't wear K
That's
Swiss
true.
either. But K Swiss was really popular though. If you
Mhm.
was outside of the neighborhoods, K Swiss was
Mhm.
popular. So
Yeah.
I don't think none of us over 47.
I'm over
Yeah.
47.
Oh, so one of us out of 4.
he is over 47.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like it's a good move. I just don't know what the return on investment is that going to be. Jaylen Brown is really smart.
Yes.
But depending on what the shoe looks like and like what kind of reach does it really have, like he's not out doing the Jordan what's his face? Oh my god, his teammate. I can't think of his name. Tatum. Yeah, Tatum is with Jordan.
Yeah.
Like I don't see Jaylen Brown shoes outshining Tatum shoes. You have so many of these players that have these deals from all these other like brands at this point. I just don't know, is it going to make enough of an impact to really matter? Like, would he have been better off just signing with Nike?
I'm trying to see if they have this, how the shoe looks.
I mean, I think my biggest thing with Jaylen Brown, I like the idea of him going about it independently. There's a huge risk reward there. Obviously, if this hits, and it doesn't have to hit in the same way that that somebody under Nike or under Air Jordan would hit for him to be very successful with it. I mean, we saw Stephon Marbury is a great example of a guy who was able to find a market, and I thought really in a very cool way, make his shoes, make his money, but also allow kids to be stylish on the court when their parents couldn't afford more. I think my biggest question with Jaylen Brown would be, some of us, we're sports guys and NBA guys, and so we know who Jaylen Brown is. I wonder if Jaylen Brown has that appeal outside of
Exactly.
Boston, because even though he's on, I mean, obviously, if you're a Celtic, you're going to be well known. I just wonder if he has the same appeal or the same name recognition that Tatum does, or some of the other younger players. I'm thinking of the kid from the Timberwolves, Baby Jordan.
Anthony Edwards.
I can't think of his name. Anthony Edwards. Yeah, some of these guys that I think are really like just kind of more over. But I think it's cool, man. I like, it's a big risk, but big reward if it hits for him. And I know he's had some issues with Nike and Team USA. It was kind of ridiculous. He was left off the Team USA roster. That sort of felt like a slight, and I don't know the story behind that. But yeah, good luck to him. And I almost never wish good luck to a Celtic, but good luck to him for trying to do something different.
Yeah, I agree. Even if it was a Celtic.
Yeah,
the Celtic.
Yeah. He had a deal with Adidas, and that didn't go well, or it just ended in 2021. Then he had like a very public like bashing of Nike, and that was mainly centered around like how they dealt with Kyrie Irving. So that was a lot of it. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. If the shoe looks good, it has a chance. But it's still, like you said, it's really about the name recognition. Like people who don't play basketball, who don't really pay attention to basketball, still buy Kobe's. They don't pay attention to sports in any way. They'll buy Jordans. They'll even buy like Under Armour Curry's. But Jaylen Brown, like his name cachet, I don't think is big enough really to sell some brand new shoe brand. Like it's his own brand. We'll see. It may end up going the way of Big Baller Brand. Who knows?
Yeah. Better not charge Big Baller Brand prices.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Next question comes from Barrett33. He says, in light of recent news, what do you think the future looks like for Ubisoft?
We were talking about it earlier before you got in here, Dev, and I was just saying, we said we weren't going to delve too deep because it's more of a Donnie question, but it's concerning to me. Like I said, their stock valuation is I think like $12 right now or something like that a share. Let's look up Ubi's share price right now.
And to answer your question, GR, I do remember kangaroos. I had few pairs.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember kangaroos. I never had any, but I remember them.
Same.
Yeah, Ubiquitous Software is currently going at $2.25 USD, $2.25. A lightweight would say buy some Ubi stock right now. I am not a financial advisor. Don't take what I say as the gospel, but I mean at that price, because what is happening is
Assassin's Creed Shadows hits.
Their board is saying they kind of want them to take themselves private before somebody comes in and says, "Oh, this is a perfect time to do a forced takeover situation." Because like you got shares at this price, your boy can go buy some Ubisoft shares.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
I have no idea how to cop up from the French market because that is a French company. So, and I don't know if it's on the NASDAQ or any such thing. I don't know what market it sells on, but yeah, that's a worrisome price right there. And because there's such a big deal of a company, it's concerning. I can say that is all I can say about it.
Yeah, I feel like Ubisoft has been under duress for a long time. I know Vivendi was trying to take over, and they had to fight that off. And they've been up and down all over the place since finally getting, themselves to be out from under Vivendi. And they keep coming up short with their games, which is not helping. Like they're not meeting their sales expectations for a lot of the games that they've put out. And games just take longer to make, they take more to make. So it's a very, very troubling situation, troubling time, I think, for Ubisoft, especially off the heels of Star Wars Outlaws not doing the numbers that they thought it would. And what's sad is that game is actually a lot of fun. Like that's a really, really good game. And I think the further away we get from it, the more it'll be looked back on fondly. But sales numbers just probably didn't hit. And we all know Ubisoft games, like people don't buy them right away because they know they're going to go on sales so fast. Ubisoft has to probably stop allowing that to happen. And start, making sure that the price of their game stays higher for longer so they can actually make back more of that money in the long run. But it's going to be really interesting to see what happens, especially with Assassin's Creed Shadows getting pushed back to Valentine's Day. If they, make that game crank out and it becomes a hit and it does really well, it could be a turnaround for them, or it may, put them in the grave.
Yeah. Give it 6 months. Let your game be full price for 6 months, Ubi. Not 3 weeks, not a month and a half, 6 months. So just let people get in the habit of saying, all right, we got to buy this now, or we're going to have to wait 6 months. Because they do it way too early.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think... Oh, go ahead, Dan.
No, go ahead. Good.
I was just going to say, I know it's hard because, calling them ubiquitous software, I think is apropos. I think it's difficult, right, when you have become such a large company. But I would also say to Ubisoft, give people what they want. I think people are they want some of the more traditional games that they've put out like in full force. So I'm thinking of stuff like the Tom Clancy games, specifically ones that aren't Siege. You can keep Siege going. Obviously it has a player base, people keep coming back to it. But I think it would be nice for them to return to a Rainbow Six. And we've seen it sort of with Wildlands. And what was the one that had John Barenthal in it? I can't remember. but the one that came out a few years ago
Yeah,
and just
I'm looking at.
it
I
came
can see the cover, but I can't think of the name of it. But it was a Ghost Recon
yeah,
game. Yeah. Oh, what the heck
and
was it? It looked cool, but it
came
tanked.
out. Yeah, it came out. It tanked. People had a lot of issues with it at launch, so I understand why they're kind of like, okay, let's hold on, let's push back some of this stuff. But I think sort of shrinking that a little bit, if possible, will help. Because I have questions like, where's Splinter Cell? People have been asking for Splinter Cell. That's a franchise that's just sitting there waiting to be rejuvenated.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'm not gonna be one of these people that's beyond Good and Evil 2 absolutely needs to come out. I think there was a window for that, and maybe that's passed. I hope they put it out.
Yeah.
And if they do, that could be something more akin to what they used to do, maybe making something more smaller, more unique. I think the way that they've gone with Assassin's Creed and kind of pulled back a little bit to go back to the essence of it, I think is good. I think they have to do what they do. This is, to me, similar to the conversation that people were and are having about Marvel, right? One of the biggest things that people have is, whoa, you've made so much content that it feels like it's not the same quality as when you were doing 2 movies a year, 3 movies a year, and you guys had no TV, or TV was over here. I think the same thing with Ubisoft. You look at Ubisoft early, and they have such great games, and they have such great brands. I think it would be maybe wise to say, let's not spread ourselves too thin and go back and give people what they want, because this is something that I think is going to continue to happen in gaming, where people are chasing models that don't make sense for what they do. That to me is the issue. We just saw this. And Concord's a little bit different, but Concord is something that I come back to. You're chasing a model that nobody wants, or that somebody has already, and somebody's doing it much better than you could. We didn't need Assassin's Creed to be open world. As much as I like those games, we didn't need to be so open that it's 80 hours of repeat missions. That's not what we fell in love with Assassin's Creed for. So maybe get back to that formula of doing the things you were good at, bringing that into the next generation, and maybe not spending money on everything.
Yeah,
I think they tried that with Mirage, and that failed. Like, you look at the last couple of games that came out, you had Skull and Bones that tanked. That was them trying something different,
which was just
that was
Avatar.
They were forced to release because the Singapore government put in on that. That's a game they should have canceled forever ago. Any other company would have canceled it because they had money from a whole country's
they had to
drop the game, and it was never going to be good. And it's like, and it wasn't. Well, no, it's just mid, and that's the thing. Mid after mid after mid after a while, it's like, bro, come on, I'm here for. Better.
You're training your audience that this is you've trained your audience to expect 2 things: mid games that don't need to be played like immediately, and you've also trained them that if you wait long enough, and sometimes it's just 2 or 3 months, if you wait long enough, this is going to be discounted, whether it's a holiday or not. And so you're training your audience to expect mid games, and to say, we're not going to purchase these games until they're on sale. And that is something that they have to break. They've just got to break that cycle.
It was Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You look at Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which Delvin will never touch, but it was a great looking game, and it seemed to be a pretty good game, but I just don't think it was the right time for that. Then you have Prince of Persia, the Lost Shield. I forget. Prince of Persia. That game was awesome, but it just didn't quite reach the audience. They just came out with some DLC for it, but it's another one of those like really good games, but that nobody was expecting. Probably didn't sell super great. You've got the Crew Motor Fest, you've got Mirage, and then you've got Outlaws. So they just
And didn't they have
keep
another
putting
Prince of
out
Persia game
games.
that came out a couple months later?
It wasn't from Ubisoft though. That was like
Okay.
It was not a Ubisoft game, or maybe it was. I don't know if it's out yet actually, because it was that one where it was more like a
roguelike, right?
A roguelike, yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe that was that early access situation, or maybe it was like.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know how to say this. I_C4N7.
I can't see.
They have Ubi Plus. They do have Ubi Plus. I think the problem is that would be great if it wasn't filled with a lot of mid games. It's filled with a lot of good games, but they're probably games that you've already played, that you probably already own to some degree, and it's filled with a lot of newer games that, like, I think Far Cry 6 is fun.
I love Far Cry 6.
I don't know that I don't think any of the Far Cry since 3 have necessarily reached the height of 3 as far as the protagonists, but they're all fun games. But again, if you're I don't, and we can debate that, Dev. I think they have really good antagonists. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't think you should be treating Far Cry like Madden, right? Like the idea that you're having it come out, every year, every other year, and obviously they've slowed that down in the last couple of years. I think that just, you're asking a lot from your developers, you're asking a lot from your audience, and you're not delivering on what you're putting out.
The Rogue Prince of Persia, it's out in early access right now on Steam.
Yeah, it's 2025 for
wide
full
release.
release.
So
we'll see what happens with them. I mean, I like Ubisoft, and I hope they continue to be around and continue to find ways to make good games, because I do like a lot of their games. But I was a big Assassin's Creed fan during the Ezio era. I love Watch Dogs, but they completely lost me with Legion. So I do hope they find their way back to that. I'm still waiting on Beyond Good and Evil 2, because I absolutely love the first one. So
do you honestly think that game's ever going to release?
Absolutely not. But I can just dream.
Yeah. I would love to play that game. It feels it just feels like a trailer right now. Just feels like it's just a trailer, and it's kind of a trailer built on hope.
A concept.
Yeah, it's a concept of a game.
Concept of a game. Duke Nukem Forever situation where eventually it will come out and it's just going to be ass. It's terrible because Beyond Good and Evil, the first one, was such an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
Played that bad boy on the GameCube.
Wow,
man, that's my joint, man. And of course, I played the remake that they dropped on 360 some years later. So
they just remade that one again. Like they dropped another remaster recently. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, we hope you do better, Ubisoft. We hope you find your way.
Thanks.
Please do.
I Can't See has several questions for the show. Yeah, he says, one, with the words gamer and gaming being used in the board, card, tabletop, miniature communities, and etc., should the video gaming community have another quirky term to distinguish it from the rest? What he means is, recently he saw a Facebook ad for a grand opening of a new store called Mastermind Gaming. Being that I mainly think of video when I think of gaming, I thought I'd dig further. They sell stuff related to board miniatures and etc. Also, in the past, he's tried to find gaming communities only for them not to be video game communities. So, what do you guys think about the term gaming?
I think we've been gaming in one way or another since we have existed as people. There's no need to keep. I mean, just throw video in front of it; it takes care of everything. It's an easily handled,
all encompassing.
Yeah, it's an easily handled problem when you just say video gaming as opposed to any other type of gaming, and I think it just takes care of itself. So I don't know if it needs much more than that. Just make sure you don't leave out the video portion of the program, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't. Think I know anybody who plays board games call themselves a gamer.
Correct.
I mean, I would say that you probably are. Like if you're playing it the same way that we play video games, then
Certainly.
yeah, it's a form of gaming and it's gaming.
Well, you are, but I don't think they
yeah,
go
maybe.
by that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like for business purposes, maybe you do put tabletop gaming. I don't know how that works with SEO and how that sounds with marketing and all that stuff. But it's all games of a sort. So, yeah, maybe for business purposes, you want to clarify something like that just so people know. But yeah, gamers are gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I also
yeah.
think like if it's a name of a store, you just leave it alone and you try to get anybody who comes in. Like
Yep.
I think that's part of it. It's like why would I relegate myself to one type so I can try to capture a wider breadth of people to come into my store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I mean, why not join that D&D game?
That's the thing.
I mean-
and most people who play other types of games will be like, I play Dungeons and Dragons. I play Magic the Gathering. I play Pokemon TCG. They're very specific in what they say.
Yeah.
It's rare that they
Right.
just say, I'm a gamer. They say, no, I play these types of games. If they play Catan or those German style board games, they'll say, I play German style board games. People are very specific in what they say. So I don't feel like
play
like I said,
Uno.
I don't feel like it needs to be narrowed down any further. Everybody seems to know what they're doing in that situation. I don't find myself ever being confused by that. No disrespect to you for finding yourself in that predicament, but not I.
Yeah. I feel like gamers are a very fickle bunch and they'll be real quick to tell you what they don't do.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right.
And his second thing was he said, speaking of board games, you remember those board games in the 80s and 90s that you had to put together with moving parts and had lore behind them? Great video game ideas, by the way. Anyways, take an
Fireball Island.
80s or 90s board game and make it an 80s slashers theme. His example is It from the Pit, but it's Freddy's boiler with his giant claw. So basically take an 80s or 90s like board game, mix it with like an 80s slasher.
Okay.
I don't know about an 80s one. I was gonna say Mousetrap and put it with your boy Jigsaw, but now I don't know how to do it in an 80s sense. The 80s part
Shoots
people
and
are-
ladders, and mix it with the Escape Room franchise.
Okay. I like
That's
that.
good. That's good.
What was that game called? Don't Wake Daddy, I think it was called,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
with Nightmare on Elm Street. Don't Wake Freddy.
that'd be good.
Don't
That'd be good.
wake Freddy.
I like it.
I don't think this counts as a board game, but Crossfire.
Crossfire.
Just because
you can sing the
caught
song.
up in
You
the
get caught up in the crossfire.
Crossfire.
Thank you for hitting the high
Monopoly's
note.
fun. I like Monopoly.
Let's go ahead and mix up Trouble with Don't Wake the People Under the Stairs.
Put it in the
Okay.
state.
There you go.
Trouble
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
problematic bubble. Don't ever get it twisted. Trademark.
Good stuff. Our last question comes from June Dubs. He says, due to the events of my life, or due to the events of my day, my question to y'all is, when was the last time you had to go gangster on somebody?
Every motherfucking day.
I was gonna say, this is different life.
Motherfuckers always try me. Bitches about to
He
get
said-
slapped.
He said, for context, me and my cousin went around rolling around looking for some teenagers that stole some city grounds BMX bikes from his nephew's school. He said he never thought he'd be almost 40 having to roll up on some kids, and best believe we told them to call their daddies and whoever they can get to get the family combo for one. Considering myself a man of God, this was difficult. Y'all have a good night. Oh, and these bikes be hitting for like 800 and up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
that had to go get collected.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you had to do what you had to do.
For sure.
I have not been involved in a run up, get done up situation in a mighty long time. I am far too old at this point. but so may it never have to come back around. But I guess I am one always stays prepared for these matters as one might need to be. Just again, I hope it never happens ever again. But stay ready, don't got to get ready situation. That's just what it is.
1000%.
Yeah.
I think the last time I had to, it was something with some kid in my neighborhood that said something to my daughter. And I was like, "Yeah, you're not gonna do that." And I had to run up on him, and he was like running from me. I said, "Nah, you don't get to run from this." I had to tell him about himself, and him home crying to his parents. But yeah, that was the last time that I had to do something like that. But you just ain't gonna be calling my daughter out her name and have her come home crying. That's gonna be a problem.
I live in Miami.
Yeah, you're in Miami, so that's every day.
That's the best way to describe it. I live in Miami.
The cows from Broward get sprayed in day situation. Still what it is, man. After all these years,
it is what it is, bro. Look, it was a poll on the internet. You can find this right now that Miami is the rudest city in the country, and so every day you gotta people be trying to try you, like it just been like simple in places. Like you go to like McDonald's, and they like, hey, don't I got some change? Oh, we ain't got no change. What the fuck you mean you got no change? We ain't got no more coins left. Don't. This happens often. Like we ran out of coins. So how you gonna give my change back? They just stare at you. It's like the Diddy gift that they done canceled that you can't use no more. y'all just staring at each other like, yo, where's my goddamn change at? I want my 78 cents. We didn't got no more change. How the
you
fuck
gotta
is
go
that
ahead
my
and
problem?
then give me $1 and shut the fuck up. It's got to
Yeah.
be.
Damn.
Like how and this is a common thing. I went to like fast food restaurants, like and you know how you go to the drive-thru window, they instead of saying hello, welcome to such and such, they're like, what you want? Like,
wow.
What?
What you want?
Yo, it's common in Miami. People are just the rudest, and they will constantly try you if they let you. So I guess the last time somebody tried me in a big way, I guess I talked about it on the show already about people trying to break in my car and I had to run them down and threaten their lives. I probably shouldn't say threaten their lives. Yeah, I had to talk to them. I have a conversation with them about
Florida stand your ground state. You can
about the Lord. I had to give them that Samuel L. Jackson quote from Pulp Fiction. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger for those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers.
And you will know my name is the Lord.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. They be trying me. I don't know if people
That's
realize.
crazy.
I can't think of the last time. I can't think of the last time. It wasn't recent. I've retired from my previous ways.
I don't believe you.
I think I have. Now here's the thing. As Dev knows, Tara's and Pat, she knows, Delvin knows. Now if you hurt somebody I love, I'm gonna hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go back to an old me that I don't particularly like. And I'm not a tough guy. I'm just a very determined guy. But that being said, I think the last time I actually had to get in somebody's face was a situation where a guy had put his hands on a lady friend of mine. And I had to tell him what was up. And we had a very short but thorough conversation. And I won't say more than that, but the point was gotten across. Because I mean, at the end of the day, to be real for a minute, if you've ever been in violent situations, consistently in violent situations, the older you get, the more tired you get of it. You know, so
yeah, it's not fun.
I hope to never I hope to not have my gangster tested. These days I'm kind of just like, yeah, if the person cuts me off, they cut me off. If you hold me up and you want my money, take my money. I want to be left alone for the most part. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, $800 bikes, do what you do.
Yeah, definitely. What happened to Death?
don't know. Disappeared.
He did say it was the last question, so you know.
Well, that didn't mean he was gonna leave. I don't know what happened there.
I'm gonna assume he was called upon by family for a moment, so
Yeah, his internet probably went out. Or something. All right, I guess that does it for us. There ain't no more questions left, so I guess it's a wrap. So if his internet went out, it went out just in time because it's a wrap for us, man. Thank you, brothers, for coming on the show. You know, y'all can find T on Cadillac on Mars, the podcast we do on the PSPG network all the time. JV, let them know where to find you at as well, brother.
Yeah, man, you can find me at JV the Monster on Twitter. You can also find me on the Listen Up Nerds podcast. We've been kind of testing out things, trying out, but it's going to be myself and Tara and Pixel and Crystal from Tales of the Forgotten, and Matthew Dawson from the Mortalverse, and also Delvin when we can get him because he's the man of a million jobs.
Literally every podcast this week.
But we'll be having listen, he's a host of our podcast, but we know we got to let our man, do his thing. But hopefully you'll start to see that very soon. I'll put some information in the Discord, and yeah.
All right. I think that does it for us, yo. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. We out. Peace.
Nobody's sleeping in the middle of the bed. The middle of the bed is only where you do the business. But when everybody's ready to sleep, it's the side of the bed that can't be beat. It's the middle of the bed where lovers meet. But when it comes time to slumber, it's the edges. Ooh, 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 the edges.